Hello, hello, hello. I'll get better at this, I swear. Hi. For VOD watchers, this is going out like normal. For you guys, you're probably like, okay. But for other people, hello. It is Saturday. That is not the usual day. Yesterday, I was having a lot of internet outages. So the internet was coming in and out. And it literally went out 5 minutes before I was gonna stream and came back. And I was like, I don't trust that. I don't trust that turn off while I stream. So let's just avoid that and stream a different day. So here we are. Trying to think, is there anything else? Hi. I don't think so, actually. Probably gonna be running through the game pretty quickly. Hello. Mostly because I am going out tomorrow with my family for Mother's Day. So, I will not be able to stream as long as I usually do. But we should just get into it. Boop. Aha. Oh. Okay. We only did one save last time, which kind of surprised me. So yay! Now we did Wendy, Skylar, Lulu, Reese. So we're going for. Every time I see Lulu's house, I'm like, I did hit the right character, right? I think I'm going to Lulu's house. Being with that group seems fun. Are you sure? Well, go enjoy yourself. I'm sure I will. Goodbye, Wendy. Goodbye. I made it without getting lost. Time to go in. You came back! It's great to see you again. Welcome back. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you showed up. We're actually celebrating your welcome into Wonderland. Oh my, I feel honored. You didn't have to do that for me. But wait, what if I didn't show up? That would have been terrible of me. Oh, don't worry about it, darling. There's always a party when I'm around. We would have kept celebrating whether you showed up or not. But since you're here, feel free to take a seat. There's plenty of chairs available. I'll sit next to you, Reese. Oh. Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I'm sitting at the head of the table, so go ahead and pick whatever side you'd like. Okay, sounds good. I really am glad that you decided to show up. It's been so long since we've had an extra party member. It truly is a reason to celebrate. If you say so. Everything's set up so nicely, so I won't complain. Oh, there should be no reason to complain at all. I make sure everything is perfect every time we hold one of these parties. And how often would that be? Almost every day? That's what I thought. I guess I'll enjoy myself then. Of course, make sure to drink plenty of tea. And she leans in closer to me. Tell me anything that comes to mind. I absolutely want to know you better, darling. Reese pours herself a cup of tea and brings it up to her face. Anything, well... Talk about the trip to the castle, talk about the tea, ask about your dress. Talk about the trip to the castle. You want to hear about how my trip to the castle went? Her eyes visibly lighten up. Absolutely, I'm dying to know how your trip to the castle was. Did Morgana give you any trouble? No. Not really. She just told me I wouldn't be able to leave for a while. Leave? What do you mean leave? You just got here. That's the thing. I'm not actually from Wonderland at all. The only reason I'm here is because I broke some sort of key, I guess? I ran into a white rabbit. Reese loudly gasps and puts down her teacup. You mean the heart key? Is that what it's called? You know about it? Of course I do! Whenever I visited the castle, I was trying to sneak in to see that beauty. I've always wanted to see it in action. See it in action? And why would you sneak around the castle? I don't think someone like Morgana would allow that. Just use the key on the transfer door and bam! A gateway to another world. It's magnificent. Wow, that sounds amazing. I can't believe I broke something so important. How are you not dead, Alice, honestly? Yeah, now I'm not going to be able to use it for a while. Sorry about that. You don't have to be. I was just kidding. Were you, though? In all seriousness, if Morgana didn't reprimand you for your actions, she must have the situation under control. You should be fine. I hope that's the case. Talk about the tea. So, I've noticed there's a lot of teas set out. Is that just for the occasion? You're absolutely right. Normally, I only prepare one type of tea, but I wasn't sure what kind you'd liked, so I prepared some options for you. Oh, thank you. I like ones that don't have caffeine in them, because caffeine will make me pass out. So, no caffeine for me, please. I say with a cup of coffee. It's not a cup, it's a bottle. Bottle of coffee nearby. My defense, it's nighttime. I'm allowed to drink it. Oh. Are you telling me you prepared all this tea? She puffs up her chest in response. Of course! Making tea is one of my many hobbies. She is the Mad Hatter's daughter, after all. Making this tea is no problem for me. In fact, this is nothing. I can make a pot of any kind of tea you wanted. That might be a little excessive. Just one cup will be fine for me. I take a look again at all the teapots spread across the table. Reese? Yes, Alice? There's way too many options here. I have no idea what to choose. It doesn't help that I'm not the biggest tea drinker. Oh, that's going to change. Yeah! What? I'll have to change that immediately. So, Alice, what kind of tea would you like? We have floral teas, fruit teas, spice teas. Oh, I love fruit teas. Fruit teas. Floral teas are like... They're good, but I don't like them that as much as fruit teas. And some black teas, but you won't enjoy those as much if you don't drink tea right. Yeah, black teas have a specific taste to them. Let's see. A floral tea sounds good. I've got the perfect one for you then. She reaches across the table and picks up an elegant teapot with a floral print. Oh, that's smart. Of course the teapot matches the flavor, yeah. Reese really is really something, isn't she? Once she pours the contents into a teacup, she hands it over to me. Try this one, darling. I take the cup from her and put it up to my face. It smells so nice. Pleased with the scent, I take a sip of the warm tea. So, what do you think? It's wonderful. I've never had anything quite like it. Honestly, I could drink this every day. I'm glad. Ask about your dress. So, you made this dress, right? Correct! But I've already told you this before. It really does suit you so well. If I didn't know any better, I'd say it was practically made for you. I know. It fits me perfectly. Honestly, your talent knows no bounds. You're absolutely right. Glad to know you have an eye for talent. Of course, the craftsmanship on this dress is nothing short of incredible. But I have to ask, is there a reason you chose to make it in this style? It's simple. I just have a fondness for Lolita's fashion. I spent days and nights trying to perfect the look and feel of it to get to the level that you see in front of you. Lolita fashion? That's not a phrase I thought I'd hear coming out of her mouth. Does that concept even exist here in Wonderland? Actually, I take a good look at Reese. Does that mean you made the dress you're wearing as well? I'm glad you asked. This was one of the first dresses I made while experimenting in the Lolita style. Originally, I wasn't going to keep it for myself, but I got a teensy bit attached to it. That explains why she dresses so differently from the others. I see. But you weren't going to keep it? Were you just going to throw it away? Goodness no, I could never do that. I was gonna put it up to sale in my hat and dress shop. Oh, I had no idea you made clothes professionally. I should have expected the hat since she is the hatter, but the dresses are a surprise. Did you expect anything less? It'd be a waste if I didn't share my talent with the world. It's actually a personal goal of mine to get more people to appreciate Lolita clothing as well. Well, I wish you good luck on that. That's all I could think of. I think I've run out of things to talk about. That's perfectly fine, darling. Now you can enjoy the party to its fullest. Eat and drink to your heart's content. And sleep, as we'll see with Skylar. We did prepare this for you after all. Following Reese's advice, I decided to continue snacking while watching everyone's antics. The tea party continues for hours on end. I feel a little out of place since I just met the three of them. I did notice that Reese took charge the majority of the time. I eventually get so comfortable with them, I don't even realize the sun is setting. It's getting dark out. I should probably what, darling? Go home. But I don't have a place to return to. Oh, that's a simple fix. Just leave it to me. Thank you so much for letting me join you guys. It was our pleasure. But unfortunately, our party must end now. Well, I'm out. Good night, everyone. Lulu, if I could talk to you for a second? Oh, sure. What is it, Reese? Our darling Alice doesn't have a home to return to, so would you mind if she stayed with us in your house? Of course not. It's not a problem at all. Really? Thank you so much, Lulu. Welcome to our home. Oh, it's lovely. We don't have an extra room, so unfortunately these couches are all we have to offer. That's perfectly fine. With that then, good night, Alice. Thank you again, Reese. No problem, dear. I'm just so glad you want to stay with us. It'd be like a never-ending sleepover. I'm going to head to bed now. See you tomorrow, bright and early. My room is to your left. Just holler if you need anything. Good night, dear. Good night, Reese. The party was fun, but also tiring. I'm exhausted. I should go to sleep. Today has been crazy. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up and find that this has all been a dream. Or so I hoped. What time is it? Huh? This isn't my room. Alice, darling, are you ever gonna wake up? This is like, oh god, she's dead. What? Who is this? Oh, that's right. I'm in Wonderland. I guess it wasn't a dream. Yes, I'm awake. It's about time, darling. Say, now that you're awake, would you care for some tea? Sure, that sounds nice. Reese goes over to the kitchen and grabs me a cup of tea that was already on the counter and hands it to me. Looks like she made some before I got up. Tea at night, tea in the morning. At this rate, I'm gonna have tea pouring out my ears. The warm drink feels nice though, so I won't complain. Thank you, Reese. It's no problem, darling. Tell me if you want more. We have a surplus. I have no doubt. Looks like I might be right. She is the Mad Hatter, so I guess it would make sense for her to be tea crazy. Well, I hope you weren't planning on doing anything today. Why would that be? Well, because it's already afternoon. Afternoon? Oh my gosh, I need to be at the castle. I gotta go. Bye, Reese. I hope I'm not late. Welcome back, Alice. You're just in time for croquet, but let's not keep Princess Morgana waiting. Follow me. I'll show you the way to the royal garden. I brought Alice, Your Highness. Just in time, I see. There are wickets spread across the garden already. Morgana is standing next to the mallets and croquet balls. It's already set up. I hope she hasn't been waiting too long. Wendy, go send for Haley to make us some refreshments. Yes, Your Highness. Anything else? That'll be all. You are dismissed. Wendy gives a curt bow and heads back into the castle. Well, Alice, do you know anything about how to play croquet? As long as we're not using flamingos and hedgehogs, I think I'll be fine. Ha! I don't use the same cheap tactics as my mother did. But I'm surprised you even knew how she played. Nonetheless, let our game begin, Alice. May the best win. She picks off one of the mallets off the ground and hands it to me. You may go first. My turn first? If I play my cards right, I should be able to make a good impression. I haven't actually played in a while, but you just have to hit the ball through the wickets, right? I puff. My chest puffs out with confidence as I stride over to the— This is a surprise. It's like one of the first times Alice is actually prepared to play croquet. Well then. This should be easy, as long as I hit the ball hard enough to go through enough of these wickets on the first turn where Ghana won't be able to look down on me. Planting my feet on the ground, I prepare to hit the ball. I swing the mallet into the air and hit the ball with as much force as I can. The ball flies out of control and lands far away on the field. That was how you're supposed to hit a golf ball. I'm a fool. You are. But you were actually confident this once, which deserves you head pats. Congrats. I hear a chuckle from Argama. Yikes. She strides over to where I'm standing and I quickly get out of her way. Without a single pause, she flicks the mallet and her ball goes straight through the first wicket. My eyes follow as the ball doesn't lose momentum until it's only inches from the next wicket. This is gonna be a long game. With my nerves on edge, I continued to make mistakes in the beginning. Especially seeing how confident Morgana was playing. After finally getting over my nerves, I'm able to close the experience gap by just a little. I think it's about time we take a break, Alice. I look back to see a man coming our way— Hello, Desmond! With a silver platter. Once the butler reaches us, he bends his arm down and presents the tray to us. Oh no, it's more tea. Oh god. This is just gonna be a tea playlist. There we go, that's the description of this video. It's just tea. Your drinks as requested. Morgana takes a teacup off the platter and I follow suit. Thank you, sir. The butler bows and leaves politely. I look down at the teacup in my hands. I've really drank a lot of tea within these past few days, but I don't want to be rude. The scent of tea wafts into my nose. At least it smells really good. Slowly, I take a sip of tea. Is this tea rose flavored? Of course it is. Can you not taste it? The opposite, actually. Where did you get a floral tea this strong? My rose tea is made within the castle. I would never stoop to buying anything pre-made. I guess that would make sense. There's a ton of roses sitting out here in the garden. Might as well put them to use. For a while, the two of us stand and enjoy our snack of tea. My eyes are naturally drawn towards the ground in fear of making eye contact with Morgana. The silence is awful, but I don't know what to say. Almost as if she read my mind, Morgana picks up the conversation. So, Alice, is there anyone in Wonderland that stands out to you the most? Someone that stands out to me the most? Oh. I just remembered, in like Alice in Wonderland lore, isn't it like— I say lore, like it's not— you want to ignore that. But isn't like the Mad Hatter and the Queen of Hearts always at odds with one another? Or is it just like the Mad Hatter doesn't care? Because I thought the Mad Hatter really I wouldn't say despise is the wrong word, but likes to mess with the Queen of Hearts. I don't remember. Interesting, I just remember that because I was like, oh yeah, because she's gonna mention Reese. I wonder what her reaction would be. Well, everyone here is interesting to me in their own way, but Reese stands out to me the most. The obnoxious toddler that can never seem to shut her mouth. Hey! I am surprised you can make a connection with her. Toddler? Why would you call her that? Because it is what she is. Because it is what she is. Morgana, you need to stop insulting the people. If you disagree, tell me something about Reese that doesn't make her sound like an overgrown child. She makes beautiful dresses. She's passionate. She likes to talk. Well, she's passionate. I like the way that she's talkative. It makes her interesting. So don't emphasize her. That word. Her for being passionate. She wears her heart on her sleeve, and I can't see how that would be a bad thing. Well, I agree, like, she is not a toddler. You shouldn't call her a toddler, Morgana. But I do see where wearing her heart on her sleeve can get her hurt. Naivete is a double-edged sword. She's an honest and generous person, and calling her childish doesn't fit her at all. There's nothing wrong with being childish, but when you're specifically using it to be insulting, don't. It sounds to me that you think she's vulnerable. That in itself is still childish. If you disagree with that, then what does that say about you? I'll let you figure it out on your own, but give it a few days, and we'll see if you still think she isn't childish. I still don't agree. Just because she's open about herself doesn't make her any less an adult. I agree, Alice. Morgana's being mean. Morgana must have an intense upbringing if that's the outlook she has in life. Oh, I have no doubt. Our lovely princess here has definitely given off vibes of, I had to raise my mother. Unfortunately. But still, I couldn't just sit here and let her talk about Reese like that. I guess it doesn't really matter. As long as there's someone that interests you, I shouldn't be mad. Let us continue our game, Alice. That conversation is the last time we speak together. The rest of the game is played in complete silence. After hearing what Morgana said, I decided to put more effort into my playing. But as one would expect, I haven't played croquet very often, so my eventual loss is inevitable. It looks like you lose, Alice. I guess you're right. Way to rub it in. Well, it's been a pleasure, Your Highness, but I should go home now. I agree. It is quite late, so don't get lost on your way back. Should I call for a guard to escort you out of the castle? That's the thing, she's... So, like, she wingmans you at the end of the game. It's like, yes, I see you decided to go with her. Things like that. So it's like, why is she always mean to the thing? Why is she mean to the person you're pursuing? I feel like part of it is just her view of that person, but I think the other part of it is maybe something like testing how loyal Alice is, I guess. Because this part of, like, willing to bring a guard to escort you to make sure you get home safe, it's actually pretty nice and generous. No thank you, I remember the way out. Home sweet home. Alice, you're home! Hello, Reese. Yeah, finally. So you must tell me everything that happened. Well, I lost the game of croquet. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. No one has ever beat the princess before. I even tried once and failed miserably. But I have a hard time believing that's all that happened. I just know you're leaving out all the fun stuff. Tell me, tell me! Well, Argama and I spoke a bit during the game, but most of the conversation was her insulting Reese. Should I let her know? For all the characters, I've said tell her. Because I feel like it's rude to keep that from someone. Because they'll probably find out later. At the same time, all the other characters like Skylar took it with, oh, she talked shit about me. I feel so special. Lulu took it as, oh yeah, Morgana tends to feel that way. Wendy took it as, yeah, that's pretty accurate. Unfortunately. So I'm like, how will you take it? Because I feel like out of everyone, you seem the most vulnerable to mean comments. I'm gonna tell you anyway. Please don't cry. Actually, we talked a bit during the game. Oh? I love the sparkles. What did you talk about? Give me all the juicy details. It was nothing that juicy, but Princess Morgana said some things about you. What'd she call me this time? So you've heard them before. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. She called you an obnoxious toddler. Obnoxious? Is that what I am to people who don't know how to have fun? Ha! I actually called her out for bashing you. Oh, thank you so much, dear. Not about to let some sour princess ruin my view of you. You're the sweetest girl in the whole world. Well, that sounds like it was a boring time then. I promise we'll do something more fun tomorrow. But for tonight, I'm going to head to bed. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna go do the same. Good night, Alice. Good night, Reese. I can't believe I've been in Wonderland for 2 whole days now. It still honestly feels like it's all a dream. I know for sure now that it's not. Still, I wouldn't believe you if you told me I'd end up some weird version of Wonderland where everyone is good looking. Especially Reese. I'm honestly a little jealous. She let me stay here with no problem though, so I hope we can become good friends. I can't wait to see what tomorrow will bring. Hey Alice, can you bring this cup of tea to Reese? More tea? This is insane. Sure! I grabbed the cup from Lulu and walked down the hall to Reese's room. Oh, pretty bedroom! As soon as I get there, I see Reese sewing at her desk. I knock on the open door, letting Reese know that I'm there, that I'm here. Hello, Reese. I look around the room and see fabric and threads strewn about. Reese looks up from her project. Oh, hello, Alice. So a little fun detail I noticed. In the back there's a mannequin with a dress on it. And if I'm right, the way that dress looks, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's her like formal outfit. Hopefully I'm right. If not, I'm just based off the color scheme and the way it looks. Because it would be a cool detail if it is. Oh, hello, Alice. How are you, darling? I'm good. Lulu asked me to bring you this. I hold the cup of tea to her. Sorry. Ooh, tea! Good, I need some right now. Thank you, Alice. Where do you want me to put it? Oh, right here. Reese gestures to the spot next to her. I set the tea down where Reese told me to place it. She picks up the teacup and takes a sip. She sure does like her tea. I don't know what she can drink. I don't know how she can drink so much of it though. You're gonna end up hurting your stomach if you do that. I like tea, but there's... Don't drink it all the time. It can hurt your digestive system. I turn to leave her room. Wait, Alice, where are you going? Oh, back to the living room? No, don't leave, stay here! I'm lonely and could use some company. Aren't you busy working right now? Don't be silly, I can multitask. Don't doubt me, darling. I've been doing this for years. I could sew in my sleep if I wanted to. So, will you stay? Pretty please? I'm not looking forward to having my head talked off, but I don't want to hurt her feelings. You and I would not be friends, Alice. You would think. Pursuing 3 other characters at this point, I would have figured that out. But really, we're having it with my very ADHD coded Reese here. Girl, I took a lot of people's heads off. Don't get me wrong, Reese is sweet, but sometimes she talks too much. Fuck you. Sure, I don't mind staying with you. Yay, I'm so happy. I should ask Lulu for another cup of tea so we can have tea together. No, I don't think Alice could handle another cup. I'll go ask her right now. Reese stands up from her chair. Oh no, not more tea. I can't drink another drop. I must stop her before it's too late. It's okay. I'm not thirsty right now. Okay, just let me know if you change your mind. Yeah, that was close. I've escaped the tea for now. She acts like it's a monster that's going to slowly creep up on her. Reese sits back down and continues to sew. Her hands move with incredible dexterity as she pins and sews the pieces of fabric together. I've always wanted to learn how to sew. Fun fact, my mom made her own wedding dress. So she knows how to sew, and she's offered to teach me before, but all the sewing stuff is kind of buried under stuff, and her hands are a lot more shaky than they were back then. I wonder if I should take lessons or something. Whoa, she wasn't kidding about being good at this. I've never seen someone make clothing so fast. I didn't even know it was possible. The two of us sit at her sewing desk in silence for a while. This is kind of relaxing. I slowly find myself slumping in my chair with my eyes fixated on Reese's hands. Alice. Suddenly, she stops. Oh darn. What is it? I'm out of thread. She holds an empty spool of thread. Well, I'm gonna have to go to the bazaar to get some. Bazaar? What's that? Oh right, you don't know about the bazaar. It's where everyone goes shopping. I find myself getting lost there quite often. Do you want to come with me, Alice? Should I go? I don't have any money. Not to mention, I've always had a hard time window shopping. But it would be nice to get out of the house and explore Wonderland a little bit. Sure, I'd love to come with you, Reese. Oh yay, shopping buddies! I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun together. We're here! I'm so excited to show you around. I look around and see a ton of little shops and vendors. I guess my world and Wonderland have some similarities. Reese, this place is amazing. Reese is visibly excited, nodding her head up and down. Yep, it is. That was interesting. I yawned twice. I have so much more to show you. Let me show you some of my favorite places. Try not to be too amazed. Reese walks towards a stall that's selling fabric and other sewing materials. The walls are lined with all kinds of beautiful fabric. Hello again, Reese. What can I do for you today? Hello there, I just need some thread. I swear to God, if you're a creepy shopkeeper again. Reese looks at the fabric that lines the walls of the stall. Her eyes are sparkling with excitement. Okay, which ones would you like to look at? Reese names off a few different kinds of fabric in different shades. I walk over to see some fuzzy fabric hanging near me and I touch it. It's so soft. I bet this would make a great blanket. Times like this made me wish I knew how to sew. I've felt that often. I turn back to check on Reese and see her with a large pile of fabric and some spools of thread sitting in front of her. Didn't she only need one? I thought Reese was just here for the thread. She's got distracted. I think I might have some pink fabric under the counter that might go really well with that orange. Oh really? Please show me. But somehow she's collected a large amount of fabric as well. The shopkeeper starts rummaging under the counter and returns with the fabric. Reese's eyes light up immediately. Perfect, I'll take it. Will this be all? Yes, how could I refuse? Reese pulls out some money and pays the shopkeeper. We walk away from the stall together with Reese carrying 2 bags. Wonder what we're gonna do next. It doesn't take very long for Reese to spot our next stall. Oh my god, I need these! Reese grabs my wrist and drags me over to the stall. Slow down, Reese. Where is she even taking me? I watch as she picks up a pair of shoes. She holds them like they're made of gold. Well, I guess that answers my question. Look, I'm the same. But I'm like so picky about shoes as well. I'm weird. I have to have boots. I refuse to have any other shoe but boots. And I have 1 pair of sandals. But other than that, boots. I have to have a certain heel because if the heel is too small, I don't like it. I like a taller heel. But not a too tall heel because if it's too tall, I'll fall. But I do like looking at the different types of shoes and things. I watch as Reese runs around the stall grabbing about 10 different pairs of shoes. She begins trying them on one at a time. Yes, they fit and they look perfect! Reese is so excited, I swear I can see sparkles radiating off of her. I guess so, but... Oh, Alice, I'm glad that you agree. I watch as she scoops up all the shoes and runs back to the shopkeeper. Does she really need all of these? She must have really good luck of to be able to find that many different pairs of shoes in her size. Or maybe it's bad luck? Can she really afford all of this? When she's done paying, Reese walks back over to me. Come on, Alice. Let's look at the cute purses over there. No, man, I only have 2 purses. Shoes? Shoes I like looking at. I have 7 pairs of shoes. Clothing? Tons of tons of clothing that I think are great and amazing. But purses? I have 2. And I refuse to get any more. Reese grabs my hand once more and drags me over to the table she wants to look at. I wonder if I should slow Reese down. She already has 5 shopping bags. Sorry. Oh, did it accidentally go forward? Okay. This girl can really shop until she drops. Or runs out of money first. The question you should be asking is she going to make you carry the bags? And also, how many bags are you gonna get? Because it's gonna be a long way home, depending. Knowing Reese, she'll run out of money first. While I watch Reese continue her rampage, I feel a tap on my shoulder. Lulu? Oh, Skylar! I turn to see Skylar. Oh, hi, Skylar. How are you? I'm good, but what are you doing here? Oh, Reese brought me with her because she was out of thread. Ah, that explains the massive shopping bags over there. They point in Reese's direction. I'm so sorry. Why? You've probably noticed by now, but Reese can be a bit of a shopaholic. Oh, that! Yeah, I've noticed. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do to help you at this point, but let me give you some advice. Whatever you do, don't hold her bags for her. I made this joke of maybe you're gonna be the one with all the bags, and I might have been right. Why? Just trust me. Your arms will thank me later. And whatever you do, you should never take her. Reese suddenly walks towards both of us. Hello, Skylar. I'm sure for... Oh! I'm sure for Skylar this just went like how in horror movies they'll be like, it's right behind me, isn't it? Bleh. Alright then. Hello, Skylar. Oh! Reese! Didn't see you there. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. What brings you here? I'm just buying some fertilizer. But I can see that you're shopping again without telling me or Lulu. Oh, I don't need you to babysit me. I'm a responsible person with my money. I'm not a responsible person with my money, I can admit it. Now that's a lie if I've ever heard one, yeah. Yeah, sure you are. Well, I gotta get going. Skylar turns to leave, but stops and whispers to me. Remember what I told you about the bags? Well, what should we do next, Reese? Let's keep looking around. Of course that's what she'd want to do. At this point, I'm not sure I should have come along. As we continue walking, Reese continues to stop at every stall. At our next stop, I can't help but find myself looking at the building in front of me. This is an inn? Can you tell I'm tired? How many minutes does that make? It's not even an hour yet. It was like 5 yawns already. Is this an inn? I take a look back at Reese, who is busying herself at a stall. She seems to be enjoying herself all on her own. Hold on. Hooked in. Maybe I should take advantage of this and stay at the inn. I'm pretty sure taking me around is just slowing her down. Not to mention that staying with her and the others means having to drink more tea, probably. For Alice, the real monster here is the tea. I have to check something on my phone because I felt it buzz. No. Just vibe to the music while I check. Nothing? Okay. I guess I was wrong or something. Fair enough. I wonder what I should... What are you looking at, Alice? Reese just be scaring people at this point. Ah! My whole body jumps. I wasn't expecting that at all. She's too quick. Sorry, Alice, darling. I didn't mean to scare you. What were you looking at the inn? Yeah. I see. It definitely sticks out, doesn't it? In fact, it's the only inn in all of Wonderland. How do you know that? Is that just common knowledge? This will probably be the only other place I could go then. But anyway, we should go home. It's getting quite late. As much fun as we're having, you look pretty tired. I guess you're right. Wonderful. Now, can you help me carry these bags before we go home? The bags? Didn't Skylar warn me about carrying the bags? I probably shouldn't. They look really heavy. She bought way too much. Besides that, should I mention anything about wanting to stay at the inn? It'll be better if I do that sooner than later. What should I do? Run! Just straight up run! This seems like the worst option to do. Politely decline carrying the bags. Talk about staying at the inn. I just want to see if this gives a heart or not. It does give a heart! What? I might just be weird here. Well. Okay, I guess because in my family, like, I'm the youngest. And I was the oldest for a long time. And then I moved in with my big sister and mom, where I'm now the youngest of the family. So I'm just used to carrying all the bags inside. It probably doesn't help me. My father would have competitions of like, how many bags could you fit on one arm? 4. The answer is 4. So like when you're declining carrying bags, it's just my brain is like, but that feels rude. Why would you decline? But I guess in this case it's a good choice? Huh? I won't worry about moving into the inn. I'm probably just overthinking things. I should focus on the problem at hand instead. Actually, I'm feeling tired. Do you think we can just start heading home? You are? Well, that's no good. Unfortunately, I don't think I can carry these by myself. I'll find the lightest ones and you can carry those ones, okay? No, I really don't want to carry them. I need to get out of here. I start walking. What is happening? What is happening? I'm like, this feels so rude. This feels like it shouldn't be a red heart. For others who probably haven't watched the like other VODs or just like new here, in the game the system is like you get a pink heart, pinkish red heart for every good choice, and it gives you a point that is later calculated at the end. Depends on what ending you get. If you get a black heart, you chose the wrong thing and you are actively going down the bad route. So I'm just like baffled that this was a pink heart. What is happening? Wait, Alice, slow down. We head home together. I managed to avoid carrying anything. Skylar? Once back inside, Skylar gives me a thumbs up. Reese comes walking in the door behind me. I'm surprised that Reese's arms haven't fallen off. She sets all the bags on the floor and stretches her arms. Well, that was a workout. Thanks for shopping with me, Alice. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I had fun as well. I didn't actually do much shopping, but I'm glad Reese enjoyed herself. Well, I should put all this away. See you tomorrow. Good night, Reese. Good night, darling. Reese walks out the living room, dragging the bags behind her. I see you survived not carrying all those shopping bags. I did. Can you explain to me? Like, I get not wanting to carry all of them. That is understandable. And, like, splitting it. But, like, that's the thing. She offered to split it. So why were we told not to do the split? What is... Huh? Yeah, I took your advice. I'm glad that I took Skylar's advice. Are you? I probably would have dropped all those bags multiple times since I have no... Oh! Well, then maybe it's good we didn't have any of the bags. I'm just baffled. But Reese looked like she was fine without my help anyway. You just saved yourself a horrible shoulder ache. You get head pats. Pat, pat, pat. Well, I better head to bed. See you tonight. See you later. Good night. I watch as they head to their bedroom. Running out of energy, I plopped down on the couch. Shopping with Reese was exhausting, but I was also having a lot of fun. I don't regret going out with her today. I hope every day that I'm here will be this enjoyable. Time for sleep. Yeah. Confused. I'm confused too. I'm confused too, Reese, honey, don't worry. I began emptying out all my shopping bags while humming to myself. These shoes are absolutely darling. I'm glad I found them. One by one, I empty the shoes out of the bags and place them with my others. Where? I guess Reese got the biggest bedroom. So she has place for all of these stuff. After the bag is empty, I reach my hand into the next one. Today was a great haul. I'm glad I took Alice with me. Lulu and Skylar would have taken away my wallet before I could buy even half of these. I know. Lulu did take it away in a different playthrough. They need to understand that I only ever buy in bulk. Otherwise, I'd have to go shopping every day to replenish my fabric. I pull out one of the handbags I bought from one of the bags. Okay, maybe I went a little overboard this time. But I couldn't help myself. Having Alice there put me in such a good mood. Oh, that's right. Placing the handbag on the ground, I reached towards the bag full of material. I really hope I did remember to buy these. My hand continues to rummage through the fabric, trim, and thread. Eventually, I feel what I'm looking for. There you are. I pull my hand out with the fabric in my grasp. After thoroughly feeling the material, I nod my head. Yes, I knew it. It's the same. I was worried this would never come back in stock. This would be perfect for that. Yes. Satisfied, I roll the fabric on my sewing desk. Now, I should probably start on that commission. Huh. I think Reese is capable of taking care of herself. Like, I feel like, because we're talking about money, and like I'm irresponsible with my money, don't get me wrong. But I do talk to people. I do have an understanding of like, okay, maybe this is a little too much. And sometimes I go a little overboard. But I have mom, big sister to tell me like, no, enough is enough. So, I don't know. This has been interesting so far. Thank you for the breakfast, Lulu. It's my pleasure. You're staying at my house, so of course I'm gonna make sure you're fed. She beams a smile while picking the empty plate from in front of me. After placing my plate in the sink, she looks over at Skylar, who has their head down on the table. They're asleep, aren't they? Did they fall back asleep? Their plate still has some food remaining on the surface, but they wordlessly lift the plate up with one hand, and Lulu gladly takes it from them. With all our plates collected, Lulu turns the sink on and begins cleaning them. Skylar immediately stands up from the table and heads towards the front door. I'm going to be in the garden today. Okay, take care out there. I guess they weren't hungry this morning. Oh, Alice. My eating habits are atrocious. Speaking of which, I look across at the empty seat at the table. Oh, Reese. She's probably working on stuff. Did Reese already eat before us? Lulu turns off the faucet and spins around to face me. What was that? Oh, nothing. I was just wondering about Reese. We both take a moment to look at the spot where Reese usually sits. What, did Lulu just black out and was like, oh, Reese is gone? I haven't noticed. Like, Lulu? She hasn't come out to eat yet, if that's what you're wondering. Oh, okay. Maybe she just didn't hear us. Pat, pat. Really? Is she not awake yet or something? Probably working. She seems to have boundless amounts of energy, so I can't really see that being the case. I see like I have boundless amounts of energy, and I obviously don't, given how many times I've yawned. This is weird. I guess I'm just relating to Reese a little too much. Strange though. To just... I guess it is strange to other people that, you know, oh, you've been in your room all day. What were you doing? Oh, I was asleep. Until 5 p.m.? Yeah. I didn't sleep at all last night. Why didn't you sleep? You should have been able to sleep. What were you doing? Trying to get my brain to shut off. I guess to people it's like their brains aren't running 24/7. And I don't mean that in like a intelligence way or something. I mean like your thoughts aren't racing as much. Cause my like ADHD brain mixed with the anxiety of not being able to stream because I was so worried over the internet and the internet proving like, no, you can't stream, and just feeling the guilt from that just resulted in me not being able to sleep. I guess that's weird to people. Strange. Can you tell I'm neurodivergent? No. I'm about to put the food away for the moment. If you'd like, could you go and see if she'd like anything to eat? Sure, I can do that. Thank you so much. She turns the water back on and I stand up from my chair. Oh, and don't worry about telling me if she doesn't want to eat. I figure she'll keep you too busy to even come out. Yeah, I can see that happening. Okay, I'll remember that. I quickly make my way over to Reese's bedroom door, and give it a gentle knock. Come in, just be careful with the door. Oh, seems like she's awake, but I wonder why she wants to be careful with the... I creak the door open only to be met with the sight of fabric, trim, and paper strewn about the room. Reese turns her head around and we meet eyes. Oh, Alice! Perfect timing. I need some help. Come over here real quick, but watch your feet. I think I've lost a few sewing pins on the ground. Bro, I've been building a dollhouse because I have 3 dolls that are important to me, and I wanted to build them a little house that I can customize for different holidays and stuff because I like making little crafts. And this is me. Like, I have materials everywhere. I have like all different types of paints everywhere. I think currently it's mostly put away. I try to keep it clean, but when I'm actively working on it, there are just materials everywhere. I do make sure to keep sharp stuff out of harm's way. Pins? Jeez, okay, give me a second. I look down towards the table as I slowly tiptoe my way over to Reese's sewing table. Ground. That said ground, not table. I'm sorry. As I get closer, Reese pulls out an extra stool in front of her sewing table. Not wanting to risk puncturing my feet, I brace myself on the stool and hop onto the seat. Good job getting over here. Now here's the problem. She swivels her seat to face a mannequin. I've been trying to finish up this dress, but adding the lace is taking too long to add. Okay, my commissioner wants it finished by tonight, but I'm at my wit's end here. Wait, are you asking me to help you make that dress? She whips her stool back to face me. Yes, I'm glad you understand. I thought it might be best to divide the project in half, so you can cut out the rest of the pieces I need to sew. I need or sew on some lace for me. You can sew, right? I think I have the basic idea from watching her yesterday, but if it helps her get the job done faster... So she doesn't know how to sew, so we're gonna cut the fabric, because it's a commission. So if you sew it, and your sewing skills are not the best, it's going to look unprofessional and not good. It won't look polished. I guess that depends. Are they hand sewing the lace on, or using the machine? Even then, I'd worried about maybe messing up. I might be overthinking this, but let's cut the fabric. This might be simpler. I can cut the rest of the fabric for you. It shouldn't be any harder than cutting paper, right? Use special scissors. Thank you so much. Here, let me get the first pattern ready for you. Can you tell I watch a lot of sewing videos? I watch a lot of customization videos. Specifically, I watch like doll customizations, and some people make specific doll clothing, and some people commission others to make doll clothing. It's always interesting. Sorry. Here, let me get the first pattern ready for you. Without wasting a second, she finds out some fabric and lays a thin layer of paper over the top. Pin by pin, she attaches the paper to the fabric in a distinct pattern. Once she's done, she hands me a pair of fancy scissors. Alright, just make sure you cut around this line. You have to allow seam allowance. I've already accounted for the hemline in my pattern, so don't worry about it cutting it perfectly. Also, you see these darts here? Her finger points to a small triangular peak on the line of the pattern. I nod my head, looking from her hand to her face. Absolutely do not forget to include these. A lot of the pieces for this dress look the same, and those darts help me distinguish which is which. If you forget to include those darts, I will probably cry. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. Yes. Good. I'll leave you to it. Giving me a smile, Reese picks up her lace and her sewing needle and turns towards— oh no, she's hand sewing it. Yeah, no, then I'm glad I chose cutting the fabric, because Alice said she had the basics down of sewing, so yeah, let's not do that. I stare at the pair of scissors in my hand. They're heavier than I thought. Well, yeah, they're fancy. They're specifically meant to cut the fabric. This actually might be a little harder than cutting paper. Oh my god. But if it helps Reese, I'll spend less time worrying and more time cutting. Determined, I grab the fabric with one hand and open up the scissors. Oh, by the way, for people who might be like, you don't need to be an expert to sew things. You don't. Absolutely not. You don't have to be an expert. But we're specifically talking about a commissioned dress. So this is a dress Reese is presumably getting paid for. So it needs to look professional, because the person is paying a professional to make it, if that makes sense. I just want to clarify that in case people are like, you don't have to like be perfect. No, you don't. I watch someone who isn't perfect, but she still makes clothes, and I find it really cool. But she makes them for herself and doesn't make commissions or stuff like that. Determined, I grab the fabric with one hand and open up the scissors. Cautiously, I take the scissors and make my first cut. Snip! Reese's hand snaps back over to me, and more importantly, the fabric in my hand. Am I doing okay? Yes, keep up the good work, darling. She turns around to focus on the mannequin once more. I only did one cut. How important is the cut of this fabric? Very important. Very important. Once more, I open the scissors and close them on the fabric as my hand slowly approaches the pinned down pattern. With each slice of the fabric, I feel my forehead getting sweatier and sweatier. This is way more nerve-wracking than I thought. Oh yeah. Despite my nerves, I continued to cut around the pattern, making sure to include the darts. Finally, after one final snip, the piece of fabric plops into my lap. I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding and pick up the fabric. Here you go, all done. Thank you. Ready for the next piece? Oh yeah, there's more. Yes, Alice, there's more. You know what? I sheepishly place the scissors on top of the table as Reese pins down the freshly cut fabric piece. I'm flattered you trust me enough to do this for you, but I don't want to mess something up. Whoever commissioned this from you probably wouldn't mind if you took a little extra time if it meant it was perfect. A beat pauses as Reese continues to pin the fabric down. She's awful quiet. I hope she's not upset. That's always hard. Because, like, certain commission things, yeah, you're okay if the person needs a little more time. But some people are not okay if you need more time. So, and this is a physical item that Reese you're clearly putting time and effort into. So, I don't know. Should I just try to cut the next piece? Without thinking, I reached for the scissors again, only for Reese to stand up from her chair and look at me. Oh god. Are we in trouble? Yeah, yes? Her eyes go from mine to the table and she places her hands on her hip. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah? Oh, sorry, you're right. You did a really good job cutting the fabric for me, but you probably wouldn't want to be holed up here all day like me. She begins to wave her hand upward, gesturing for me to sit up. Go on, I'll be finished soon, and then we can have some fun later, okay? Seeing her smile takes a weight off my chest that I didn't know was there. Good. She's not mad. She's not mad! Okay, well, yeah. If I invited someone to come work on my dollhouse with me, and, like, ask them to help me make certain patterns, I don't make patterns, but like help me create certain things. I made a fridge, not like with cooling or anything, just box, honestly. And someone was like, well, I don't want to mess it up. I'd be like, oh, that's fine. But I would also feel that like, oh, they probably don't want to be stuck here with me while I do this. Because I just listen to random things on TV. Music most of the time, but sometimes some like commentary things and stuff. Not about anything important. Really not. So I feel like Reese is not angry. She's just kind of sad because she wanted to spend more time with Alice, and Alice doesn't feel comfortable enough to cut more fabric and feels like, oh, I might mess it up. That's what I feel like anyway. Sounds good to me. I closed the door behind me and let out a sigh. That was a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be. Why did I go back in? Oh, you forgot to ask about the food! Not that I don't enjoy her company, but there must have been a reason. Don't worry, I put everything away already. Oh, wait. Oh! I was supposed to ask Reese about breakfast. Lulu just laughs a little at my revelation. How long were you taking in there? With how long you were taking in there, I figured Reese roped you into something. She's off in her own world right now, making something, I presume? Yeah, I hardly walked in before she asked me to help her with a commission. Oh? She asked you to help her? Interesting. Anyway, don't worry too much about her not eating. I'll bring her something later. I take it she does this a lot? Absolutely. The moment she takes on a commission, she's hardly ever leaves her room until it's finished. Hardly ever, huh? I wonder when she'll be done then. She had a lot done, it looked like, but I don't know what the end product is supposed to be. If you need something to do for a while, Skylar might need some help in their garden. Oh! Sure, I have some time to kill. Huh! I smoothed out my skirt as I closed the gate to Skylar's garden. Phew! I hope I didn't get too much dirt on my dress. That's cool. Well, I'm oh, hello! So, the reason why we're doing these certain characters is because, honestly, if we had it my way, I'd do Catherine first. But, we're doing the creators. How, like, for lore purposes, how you're supposed to do it. And we've already seen a little bit, for lore purposes, of, like, Reese knowing what Kiwi broke. And Reese specifically saying that she's snuck around the castle before. So this, I feel like we're getting more lore here than with the other characters. And I think we're going to get more lore with Catherine and V. And then the final character. So it's just interesting that we're getting lore here. While expecting my clothes, I see a familiar pair of tall white ears approaching the front of Lulu's house. Wendy? Wendy! She turns around to face me. Hello, Alice. I was expecting to see you here. Neither was I. What are you doing? Well, you see, I have an order for Reese. She pulls a piece of notebook from her pocket of her vest. Our head chef has stained her uniform beyond repair, so I need her to make a replacement for me as soon as possible. Oh. I didn't know Reese took orders from the princess. Then again, she's really talented. Yeah, I feel like Reese has made a lot of these outfits. Oh, that might be what she was working on. The commission might be Princess Morgana's dress or something. That'd be cool. Wait, is she working on a commission right now? She's not going to want to leave her room. Unless, do you want me to take it to her? She was super busy when I last saw her, so I don't know if she'll come out to take it herself. Her ears perk up slightly at my suggestion. That'd be a great help if you would please. She hands me the note. I just need an estimate of when she'll be done. I'll wait out here until you come back. Yes, ma'am. I'll be back before you know it. Note in hand, I head inside and make my way towards Reese's door. When I give it a knock, however, I hear the faint yelp and something small hitting the floor. Weird. What was that? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. You okay in there, Reese? I begin to twist the door and the knob. I'm okay, you don't have to come in. She let me in earlier. I wonder if I caught her at a bad time. Well, as long as you're okay. I have something to give you if you don't mind coming out for a second. No, well, you see, I'm indecent. Yes, very indecent. Do not come in. Oh, well, I can give you a moment, but I really need to give this to you. I'm going to need overnight. I'll be decent until tomorrow. I'll be indecent till Reese, honey, you need a better. Say I'm sorry the door is blocked or something, baby. I'll be indecent until tomorrow. Tomorrow? That makes no sense. What is she doing in there? She might be trying on a dress. I don't know. This really can't wait until tomorrow, Reese. I need to give you this order from the princess. Morgana. Oh, jeez. Whatever she needs, I can finish super duper quick. So tell whatever messenger she sent to come back tomorrow. Is that really okay? Oh, yes, definitely. Just tell them to make sure Morgana doesn't find out. This really doesn't seem okay, but it doesn't look like Reese will come out anytime soon. You sure I can't just pop this under the door for you? No. I'm going to be too busy tonight to even work on it, so might as well put it off until tomorrow. Busy? Right, her commission. Okay, I understand. Don't drown in lace in there, okay? Lace. Right, yes. Oh, I'm drowning in lace already. My room is filled with it. Now go out and give back the order, okay? Of course. Not like you're giving me much of a choice. The moment I step foot back outside, Wendy rushes to my side. So, how long did she say it would be? Well, you see, I held my hand to show her the note she gave me and Wendy's ears deflate. She won't budge to come out of the room, and she really didn't want me to come in either. I tried really hard, but eventually she told me to tell you to come back tomorrow. Again, this really can't wait. A heavy sigh escapes her. Is this something she does frequently? Well, I can't speak for all the time, but there have been a few times where I've had to come back multiple times because she was too busy with other projects. In other words, she does do this frequently. Oh. Reese might overwork herself, which would explain why she has so much money. She might need a better, like, organize and figuring out how much projects take, and I don't know. This is interesting. Unfortunately, so normally I'd be fine coming back tomorrow and trying again, but our main chef is out of commission for even a day longer. Could be drastic. She'll never let me hear the end of it if I don't have at least a time estimate. I understand the rush. I wouldn't want to leave Morgana without her head chef, so do you think you'd try again for me? I understand if you don't want to, though. I'll just go in myself if that's the case. She reaches out her hand to gesture for the note. No, I can do it! Alice. I just don't really know how. What do you mean? Do you need suggestions on what to say to her? Kind of? Not really. This is my first time seeing her like this. The Reese I've known for the past 3 days has been a little different. I have a hard time even getting her to give me a little personal space, but now she's blatantly avoiding me for whatever reason. Winnie tilts her head slightly to the side and slowly nods. I can have you do this since you probably know how to handle her a little better, but what happens next time? Honestly, I thought she was just a chatterbug, and I can deal with that. However, she is very self-centered in what she does. She's more focused than I thought. She seems to have boundless energy. I'm telling you, man, ADHD. Boundless energy gets us a heart. Okay, good. No matter what it is she does it with such a high amount of energy. It always seems to be 100% or nothing with her. I feel that. Personally, I would be exhausted after doing what she does after even 10 minutes. Well, that's just the kind of person she is. Going full force at whatever she's focused until it's finished. Trust me, I know. Whenever I bring an order for her, she finishes most within a day or so. That fast? Yes, with the amount of detail she puts into every article's clothing, you wouldn't suspect that she made it so quickly. Even the dress you have now was only a dabble of hers that I happen to know about. This was just a dabble? With how professional it looks, I thought it would take weeks to make. I have a newfound respect for Reese. Wait, the commission she was working on earlier. What about it? It looked pretty close to being finished. She was drowning to adding just the lace. From what you're telling me, she's pretty good at what she does. Oh. Realizing she probably finished the commission is doing something else. I would say so, yes. Also, I've already seen the dress myself, so why wouldn't she want me to come in? Something is not adding up. Sounds like whatever she's doing, she doesn't want you to see. I think you should give it another go. Make sure she gets the order, of course, but also try to see what she's up to. Are you sure about this? Of course. I'll head back and tell our head chef that she'll get her uniform by tomorrow night. Just remember to be assertive. Reese can be very stubborn. Thank you, Wendy. Wish me luck. We exchange our farewells and I head back inside with the note in my hand. Once more, I find myself in front of Reese's bedroom door. Okay, Alice. Don't take no for an answer. With newfound confidence, I knock on the door. A voice answers me from the other side without pause. Sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Come back later. That's what I thought you'd say. Seems like she still doesn't want me to come in. She doesn't even know you're there, though. That it's you. I need to get in no matter what. But I don't be rude about it. What if she really is indecent? No. Ask once more? Nope. I saw the black heart. No. Insists she takes Wendy's order. Okay. I really need to give you this order. Wendy says I can't wait another day. I can't. Moment pauses. It's fine. I can start it tomorrow anyway. Judging by the past, it's probably an order for a new uniform, and those are easy to make. She's still insisting on putting it off? Screw it. I'm coming in. I firmly grasp the doorknob and swing the door open. Reese nearly jumps a foot in the air from the seat of her chair and scrambles to cover her desktop with her arms. Goodness gracious, I said I was busy! At least give me a little warning if you're going to come in. I would, but it seemed like you didn't want me to come in anyway. Making sure not to step on any remaining sewing pins on the ground, I tiptoe over to Reese's desk. Welcome in, I guess. She'll make an dress. You have an order from Morgana, right? Go ahead and leave it here. My eyes hesitantly peer over her desktop when I see a note. As I place the note on top. So, what have you been working on this whole time? I see the commission dress isn't around. Yes, well you see, I was able to finish a few minutes after you left. Really? It sounded like you were going to be working on it until nighttime. I did too, but after having you help, I got a huge boost of energy out of nowhere. And before I knew it, the dress was done. Well, I'm glad you got it done earlier than you thought. But if that's the case, what have you been doing that you didn't want me to see? Well, now that the cat's out of the bag... She slowly removes her hands from the desk and reveals the patterns underneath. It's... drawings? Alice. She looks down at the paper in front of her. I guess that's what it looks like, but no. It's supposed to be a pattern for a dress. That's all? I don't see why you were so bent on not letting me see this. That's because this is for you. For me? I'm flattered, but why? You see, Morgana's coronation is coming up, and I wanted to make sure you had something to wear to the event. As proud as I am of your current dress, you need something a little fancier. Just how far in the future is coming up? There's a chance I won't even be here, especially if we're talking a month or so. Should be the end of this week. Why? Do you have somewhere to be? It'd be a shame if you couldn't come. A week isn't too long in the future. No, I'm sure that I'll be free. Oh, good. However, I'm still having a problem with this dress. You? Having a problem with the dress? What's wrong? I could see the design so easily in my mind, and theoretically I know it should work. I'm just stuck with the measurements. The dress you're wearing looks like it matches your measurements perfectly, so I'm trying to remember what they are, but I just can't. If that's all you need, why not measure me right now? I know that, but... Alright, let's go back to the dress. I wanted this to be a surprise. How about this? I'll let you measure me, but I won't look at the pattern, so I'll be surprised when it's done. Perfect. She grabs a measuring tape off her desk and rotates in her chair. Before we start, your apron is going to add too much padding to the final measurement, so I need you to take that off. Okay, easy enough. My hands go behind my back to untie the bow. Once the ribbons come undone, I take the next strap and I lift it over my head. Where do you want me to put this? Oh, you can throw it on the bed. The bed. Carefully, I place the apron on the sheets so there are no wrinkles. Great, now stand in front of me so I can start. I don't want to take too much of your time. Yes, ma'am. Let's see. What would she need to measure for a dress? Realization comes up. A realization comes upon me. She's going to need some pretty intimate numbers, isn't she? Okay. I'd like to put that off as long as I can. What should I let her measure first? Round the arms first. Oh, nope. Okay, well, apparently not. My bad. Dress length around the top. Dress length? Okay, that worked. Maybe I can let her see how long to make the dress first. It is dress fitting time. We are getting measurements. This has been very interesting. Because this character is like all my ADHD symptoms personified. She's very chatty, she's hyper focused. And meanwhile, Alice is like, wow, she's really talented. But also, that feels a little concerning. And I'm like, yeah, no, it's pretty accurate. What do you mean that's not normal? She's like, oh, I'd love to spend more time with her, but she talks so much. And I'm like, well, we have problems here. She's trying... Yeah, it's very funny. it's also, like, the whole scene that just happened was Alice had an order from the princess. It was very important, obviously, princess. And Reese was like, yeah, no, I don't want you coming in. I don't want you here in my room at all. And she's like, Reese, I feel like you're hiding something from me. And she kind of just bursts in. And what she was hiding was the dress. She's gonna make a dress for Alice, and she wanted it to be a surprise. And Alice just bursted in. And I don't know how to feel about it. Because, like, I'm here like, Alice, maybe you shouldn't have done that. I have not agreed with Alice at all most of this playthrough. Which is so interesting. Like, yeah, big rude. Like, really rude. She clearly didn't want you coming in there. She clearly was nervous and, like, didn't want you there. And you just kind of burst in. Like, way earlier, they went shopping. And she bought a whole bunch of stuff. And Reese was like, oh, hey, will you help me carry the bags back? And Alice was like, oh, well, I'm very tired. And I'm like, okay, I understand not wanting to carry all the bags back by yourself. But then Reese says, well, you know, I'll give you some of the lighter ones and we can take them together. And Alice walked away. There's a whole CGI of her just walking away. And I'm like, Alice? Alice, that feels rude as hell. What? I feel like I'm going insane. Maybe... Right? I'm like, Alice, what the hell? Right? But it was the good choice. And that's what's getting me, is like, because the way you can tell good choices from bad choices is like, bad choice is the black heart. And the good choice is the pink heart. And the one, like for her barging into the room, the choices I got was like barge in, ask once more, or call her out on hiding something. And so I was like, well, she should just ask once more. You know, be a little more assertive, because the order needs to be done soon. But the ask once more got me a black heart. And for the bag thing, it was like, just carry the bags. I was like, oh, let me choose that. And they were like, eh. The showing a good versus bad choice from the word go is an interesting meaning. It is. It is. It's weird. And also I think there's more to it than just like a bad ending and a good ending. There are 6 endings in total. And it's based on the amount of points you have with the love interest. And so when you get a pink heart, it's a point for the love interest. And so if you only have like 3 hearts, you get a certain ending. It's a very interesting mechanic. I can't think of any things that do that. Neither could I. It was one of the things that made me like this one so much, was having the choice of different options and also having that sort of point system be there. But like for this route particularly, it's just been a little awkward of, yeah, me too. And like one of the first things that stood out to me was, depending on which character you decide to pursue, you have a scene that will always be in every single playthrough where you have to play croquet with the princess. But your attitude going into it and the snack you get are different depending on who you chose. For Reese, you very confidently go into the game and are like, I can do this. You fail, but you confidently go into it. And your snack is tea. For Lulu, your snack is cookies. And Wendy, you get strawberry lemonade. It's very interesting. I love having like little things. Also, the dress in the corner back here, I'm pretty sure is the dress she wears to the formal ball, which is also another cute detail I like. Like I like a lot of things in this game. It's just this one route that's just getting me confused. hope it brings it around. I hope it, like, explains, like, why you have to do these things. Because just currently feels like we're very rude right now. Might as well get the worst over with first. I lift my elbows in the air. This is so embarrassing. What do you think you're doing, silly? Letting you get a bust measurement? I'm surprised. I wasn't gonna force you to do anything you weren't comfortable with. However, I can tell that measurement just by looking at you, so don't worry. Thank goodness. Wait, what does she mean by that? There's always at least one route that's so noticeably worse than the every minute. Yeah, I agree with this, and I think it's this route. I very much think it's this route. I thought it would have been one of the other routes that we've done so far, but all of them had pretty solid stories. If not... Well, no, not even then. I would say that their backstories are kind of the same, but not really at the same time. So, I would have thought one of them would have been less so. But nah, it's Reese's. Which is so weird, because Reese's when you start to get more lore about Wonderland that this creator has made, her world of Wonderland. So it's interesting that Reese is the one that... Because I like the character. I like her characterization. I like how she is. I just don't like the options we get at all. It's so weird. Because I feel like there are better ways to handle that situation. And I'm going by the creators' recommendations of how to play them. Because if I had it my way, I'd just immediately pursue the Cheshire Cat. I believe she and the blue caterpillar routes both give a ton of lore. Yeah. Look, the Cheshire Cat, she is so pretty. The cat is bae. She is. She's so pretty. I love her, and if I remember her backstory right, I love her backstory because it explains how she is, and she's so amazing. And then even Morgana, her route is pretty awesome and like pretty well written. The Jabberwock is not in the game. No, I don't think the Jabberwock is in the game. But there are pretty like interesting details, such as like, it is a shame. I would love if the creator made like Wonderland 2 and you get to see the Jabberwock. That'd be cool. Or give more lore on what the Jabberwock situation. Because in this world, yeah. Because in this world currently, they don't know Alice. Alice doesn't exist for them. Like, our Alice kind of ran into the white rabbit, Wendy. They knocked into one another. Wendy was like, oh no. They both transported into Wonderland. So no rabbit holes here. But in that collision, Alice broke the key that allowed them to travel through worlds. So now Alice has to stay here until they can fix the key. And she's made comments about like the original Wonderland. And they've been reacting like, how would you know that? Specifically Morgana, who knows she came from a different world. In playing croquet, she's like, oh, I can play croquet as long as it's not with flamingos and hedgehogs. To which Morgana responds with, oh, I don't use the same tactics my mother did. But I'm surprised you would even know that. So it's interesting of like, in this world, did the original Alice not exist? Did she not come here? Because these are the children of the Wonderland cast. I might be just thinking too hard about it, honestly. The creator probably just was like, what was Wonderland be like in my art style? And I'm just over here overthinking everything. Thank goodness. Wait, what does she mean by that? Turn away from me so I can get your waist, darling. It's her backstory full of caps. Really though? I mean, I love very detailed visual novels. I love when they go into this about lore. But you can also get some visual novels that just have a whole bunch of text at the beginning that give you such exposition that it's boring. I love learning as you're playing the game. Like, oh, this world has a certain, has different districts, but you only found out because you're touring the world and the guy who originally lived here said it. That I like. But if you're told it at the beginning, like, yes, everything was separated. Like, the best way I could explain it is like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Really though, I see that so much. I listen to a lot of heavy metal and punk and specifically Japanese. Skipple, sure, it's always very, very. But it would be quite whiplash. Don't worry, we'll probably get a sad backstory scene later, so. Many heavy metals. Many heavy metals. I think specifically I have been listening to several playlists of Japanese rock. 'Cause it sounds really good. But I was gonna say, it's like, Avatar: The Last Airbender has, like, the Fire Nation attacked and the Avatar went missing. But you actually get to know more about, like, each bending group in the Avatar itself. And there's a ton of great... There is! Now I'm trying to think. Ooh, that sounds really cool. I've never gone to a concert or anything. Mostly because I don't know how the noise would affect me. Unfortunately. But I do have like a ton of certain bands where it's like, oh, they're having a tour and it's near me? I'd love to go if I had money. I don't think I listen to many like pop or anything. Yeah. Usually, because the thing for me is like people ask, okay, so what's your favorite band? Yeah, having money to go to concert. It would be nice. Having money in general is nice. But a lot of people will ask like, oh, what's your favorite band? And I've always had trouble with that because it's like I don't really listen to certain bands. I listen to playlists. And I learn the bands via the playlists. So I've just defaulted to the only one where I've actually looked up other of their songs. I'm just like, HAR, despite I don't listen to them that often. I don't know if I could answer for your band, it changes so often. Exactly. I need to explore the J-rock and J-metal scenes more. And explore cats, yes. Fitting sense of focus. I don't feel like it. I think I love that most about music, is it can give you different ideas and different inspiration. Hell, I mean, you go to the Discord and you go under the music tab, there's just a whole conversation of me and Nappa making up different scenarios for different music we were recommending for one another. But I think that's why I listen to playlists centered around a certain core idea. Dune in some genres. I'm trying to think if I listen to any game or anything. No. I just listen to... I'm really bad at just going on YouTube being like, yeah, next! Also learn that... Doom the genre. Oh, yeah. I try to keep up with the different things, but I'm not the best at it. I'm like, I just listen to the music and the music sound good. I have a hard time distinguishing what's metal, what's punk rock, what's punk pop. Like, it's... Why are there subgenres? Cool that there's subgenres, that people can find their people via it. But for me, I'm just like, I don't know how to distinguish them. It's sort of like I don't know how to distinguish subgenres of goth. Like, I know they exist. I know there's different ones. But I don't know how to distinguish them. Cause like, people be like, ah, that's mall goth. And I'm like, why? Looks just goth to me. Most doom is either nihilistic or about eating so- ha! Sorry, I laugh because that sounds pretty much my music taste, honestly. Fun sky fact. I actually only have one poster. Because like I said, I don't really follow brands. I'm learning more and more. I only have one poster of a band. Actually, it's technically two. And there's a reason. And I guess this should technically be a story on the channel, but whatever. Once at my school, they had a band come over and perform during like lunchtime. Kids were confused as hell. None of us knew this band. I didn't even really like their music, to be fair. But they were handing out signed posters and regular posters when they ran out of the signed ones. I ended up getting a signed one and a regular one. And the funniest part about this is technically I got 3 regular posters and went to my friends to give them to my friends because I hadn't known if my friends had gotten any or not. And my friend was like, oh yeah, I went there really early and I got a few signed ones. Here you go. So we just traded the posters. And I've kept them all this time because it reminded me of my friend in that day and it was pretty okay. But yeah, still don't know who those guys are. Never listened or looked them up or anything like that. But they are the only band poster I have. Signed merch is cool. Yeah! Yeah! Signed merch is cool. I think signed merch is really awesome. Being able to, like, someone you follow or someone you really like, being able to get merch that's specifically signed by them is awesome and great. It's just funny that this happened to someone who knew nothing about the band. Signed drum. Cool. That's really cool. Your local fans are cool. They are. They're so interesting. You're like, where did you come from? It's a random cave. Okay. Oh yeah. Tiny bands, so good, smaller, find some wild names. There are such crazy names. So many crazy names. Because I was thinking that, like, I was like, what are some bands that I know I like? Technically, Yeti has been a Bob Lady. Wow, that's a good name. That is a good name. Yes. I'm like Dino. I mostly tend to keep to my little corner, but I do find some tiny bands via the playlists. They'll be like, ah, this person made this song. Huh, their song is pretty good. I'm gonna go look into them more. And just find a whole bunch of songs I like. And I'm like, ah, I like this playlist from them. That's what I do. I remember home hiding at concert mushrooms. Fair enough, fair enough. I remember once I was playing a playlist on the TV in the living room, and Mom walked. It does sound like the life. And Mom walked by, and I looked up at the different band names, and I was like, oh, huh, and looked back down to whatever I was doing, and Mom was like, oh, what were they laughing at? So she looked at the TV and was like, I'm concerned about your music tastes, because the band names are so weird. I was like, don't worry about it. She was like, how many of these do you actually know? It's like a concerning amount. Don't worry about it. Oh no. Yeah. Actually, I have my phone with me so I can write things down. I also forgot I just have a whole notebook specifically to write stuff down in. You know, that would have been helpful. Oh! Writing things down reminded me. Bun. It will be my birthday in the 13th. I was gonna say tomorrow, but technically today is tomorrow, so. B. That's such an interesting thing to do, but also so cool at the same time. But yeah, birthday. I don't plan on streaming on my birthday. Sorry, but on the 15th, I plan on doing a day stream. Probably be helpful. I plan on streaming at like 1 p.m. or 2. Just depends on when I wake up. And just having a whole bunch of fun. And I plan to do React content, but also play the demo of Faith to see if it works or not. And also, if I can, play some Unity. Because I just wanted it to be chill and have some fun with it. I'm really excited for it. Yeah! It should be fun, it should be fun. Yes. I'm hoping it will be. I'm not sure how long I'll go for. A lot of these I'm not sure how long I'll go for. Is it Eastern or Pacific or somewhere in between? I'm pretty sure it's Eastern. Yeah. I remember my time zone. What you talk about? But I'm pretty sure it's Eastern because me and Napa ended up having a whole conversation about it. Yeah. I need to respond to Napa. I haven't yet. I've just been so busy. And sleeping. I'm near Lincoln. Yep! It is 1:15 a.m. for me. That's what I meant by today is tomorrow. Because it's technically the 12th for me right now. East Coast gang, yay! Let's go. I guess I have to do actual gameplay now. Damn time travelers. A little bit. I'm not ready to go into this game. Oh. The future's bleak, turn back. Agreed. Go back. No, I'm actually super excited though for my birthday. Because the future looks bleak, but also like, hey, birthday, yay! Because I went to yesterday, I believe. I went to my doctor. I went to specifically my hormone doctor. Birthdays are hype, yes, but this is specifically something I'm excited about. I got old and stopped caring about my. Yeah, that tends to happen. I'm someone who like my birthday is hype in the sense of, oh yeah, I get to spend an entire day with my family, and we get to go out and do stuff. Sounds great to me. And I get presents for it? Great. I don't really have parties or anything. We're supposed to go mini golfing. But my sister is working on my actual birthday, so it'll be just my mom and I hanging out together. We're not going mini golfing, but we'll go mini golfing next week. Or next weekend. But I will still get presents and stuff. So that's good. We're celebrating Mother's Day tomorrow. Can't go wrong with mini golf. You can't. Mini golf is so fun. And it's like fun for us too, because we go to like themed ones. It's just so fun to laugh at like how good the theming is, how bad the theming is, how questionable the theming is. Knowing if you're getting anything to say? I don't know. Because I was asked like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, I don't know. The thing that's like been in the forefront of my mind is like, oh, I can go get testosterone. Damn. So that's been like the biggest thing on my mind. I remember I was asking for something, and I was like, oh, it'd be super cool if I got this. And my mom was like, maybe for your birthday. I have stuff like early present thing. Ooh, that's cool that you were able to get an early present for yourself. I know my because like I was like, what day can I stream? Because I can't stream on my actual birthday because hanging out with mom and stuff. Music shop is clothing, so I went and splurged on a guitar. I've been eyeing for a while. Oh, I want a guitar. I had a guitar for such a long time. It was a white guitar and it had butterfly stickers on it because it was a gift from my stepmother's father. Sorry. So technically my step-grandfather. And unfortunately I moved and I don't have it anymore. It's been one of those things where like can't get it. This one is a dark green that's super matte. That's so cool. But I do, when I get older, get a guitar, be able to start playing it again. I don't know what color I'd get. I feel like I should get white just as a tribute to it. I loved that thing. Still have my ukulele though. But super cool. Yeah, white guitars are always nice. Very pretty. Trying to think, is there anything else? Yeah. Yeah. I haven't played guitar in a while, so it probably would be. Calluses suck. Oh, but they're proof that you're doing it. Proof that you're getting better, in a way. Remember, when I was learning how to play guitar, we originally used my grandfather's, just one of his guitars, because he was a music teacher, so he brought one of his practice guitars that he usually had students learn on, and me and my brothers were offered to take lessons from him. And so we all did, and my brothers were both like, I don't want to play anymore. And because pressing so hard and getting calluses from playing, yeah, they were like, that's too much work. But I stuck with it, which is why for my birthday, I can't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas, why I got the white guitar. So, but yeah, I have played and hurt my hands a lot. I wrote my own lyrics for quite a while. Tried to make my own beats and stuff. I don't think I was any good at it. Just did it for fun. I don't think I can either. I'm a good writer in a sense, but not so much with lyrics. It's hard to tell when a lyric is good. Fair enough, fair enough. It is. It is. There's so many talented people everywhere that just create things every day, from vases to YouTube videos, honestly. They're incredible, talented people. Never learned anything musical though, besides just doing karaoke here and there. Fair enough. I've never done karaoke, but I feel like it'd be fun with the right group of people. Science than art brain. Fair enough. I think it's science brain, art brain. I think it's cool either way. I might be biased because I technically have both. But like science is so cool, and like there's so many different things, so many different stuff that goes into it. STEM versus STEAM. Yeah. None of the songs I went to karaoke are available since I don't listen to normal music. Yeah, true. I feel that. I probably would suck at karaoke, but it's like, yeah, sing this song. I don't know the lyrics. How do you not know the lyrics? It was on like the radio for the last 3 weeks. Oh, I don't listen to the radio. But yeah, STEM versus STEAM. I think both are just amazing in their own ways and their own talents. Art can't exist without science, and science can't exist without art. Because, I mean, like, engineers, when they... What do you mean you don't have... With, like, 50 monthly videos? Yeah! This random artist who I don't even know their entire song list, just this one song as well. But engineers can just... And architects, they have to draw out patterns to make sure whatever they're building comes out the way they want it to be. And that can take a whole bunch of work and be very beautiful. And like, that's what I mean by you still need artists in science. What artist is? That's a great question. I have no idea. I haven't used Spotify in years. Spotify just ended up pissing me off, and I ended up deleting it at some point. So now my main music are YouTube and this free music app I have that I can download songs onto. I suppose I should get back into the game since I don't want the stream to go on too long, because I do have to wake up at 11:30 tomorrow. Because we're going to celebrate Mother's Day. We're going to a movie for Mom. Hopefully it will be good, otherwise that'd be a sad Mother's Day gift, unfortunately. Oh, weird distraction. A good distraction. But still a distraction. I was afraid she'd say that. Say what? I forgot already. Oh, waste. Okay. Any particular reason you want me to turn away from you? I thought it'd make you more comfortable. Would you rather face me instead? I shake away the thought of having to look at Reese while she wraps a measuring tape around my waist. I guess you're right. Waiting to get this part over with, I quickly turn away and gaze towards the floor. A little closer to me, darling. Okay. My feet shuffle backwards until a pair of hands stop me. Perfect. Now raise your arms a little bit. Like this? That works just fine. You're pretty, Alice, but I don't like you in this route, like, at all. You've been making stupid decisions. Reese's arms come into view on both sides of me with the measuring tape in her left hand. She grabs one on the side of the measuring tape with her right hand and wraps it around my waist. I was right! I knew I should have trusted my instincts. Wait, could you already tell what the measurement would be? I've been doing this for a long time, sweetheart. I've developed a kind of ability to know a person's measurement just by looking. That kind of makes sense. I mean, if you have one client with a certain type of measurement and another client who has the same sort of build, you'd guess that their measurements would be roughly the same. Why are we doing this then? Double checking. I hear Reese chuckle from behind me. Because how could I turn down having precise measurements when you're offering them to me so nicely? Before I know it, I feel the tape loosen and slip off my waist. That wasn't so bad, was it? I guess not. This was definitely a lot more stressful than I thought. You've said that twice now, Alice. I know a few dudes who engage a girl's measurements just by staring at her, for less professional reasons. Yeah, I can guess that. I don't think anyone can tell my measurements. I wear too many layers to guess that. Oh! Friggin', okay. Another thing that kind of pissed me off about Alice, but I'm less hater for it and more just like, okay, that kind of annoys me. That she did in this route. Because I just remembered it. Reese asked us to help with her commission. And so Alice was given a choice. Do you want to cut the fabric or do you want to help sew on the lace? And this was hand sewing. And Alice was like, well, I have the basics of hand sewing down. And I was like, okay, we're not going to hand sew because this is a commission. And if Alice ruins it, you know, that's more work on Reese. Let's not do that. So I was like, okay, let's cut the fabric. And she cut one piece of fabric and was like, you know, I'm just afraid I'm going to mess something up. So I'm going to leave. And Reese was quiet about that. And she was like, oh, did I make her mad? And Reese was like, no, it's fine. You probably don't want to be held up in here with me anyway. You know, go off. And so Alice left. And so, like, I can't hate Alice for it because, like, I get it, the overthinking. Like, oh no, I could mess something up. But at the same time, girl invited you to work on something with her. Clearly trusts you enough. And you're just like, no, I'm out. Like, yeah, no wonder she'd be a little quiet. This is more stressful than I thought. And this is how I remembered, was because she said this of like, oh, this is more stressful than I thought, cutting the fabric. I'm definitely going to need a long rest after today. I think I've experienced enough embarrassment for a few days. Alice, please. Thank you! Alice is like, it's like, I've made fun of her and the other routes for being a little slow and being like, a little bit of a dumbass sometimes. But this route is just taking the cake of, oh my god. Seriously? I think I've experienced enough embarrassment for a few days. Wait, how old is she supposed to be? Hold on, I could go. Okay. I can go check how old she is, because I have a certain thing pulled up for her. Where is she? Where are you? There you are. How old is Alice? And it might also be on the actual game thing itself, so I'm gonna pull that up too. I believe her 20s or something. At least that's my guess. Da-ba-da. Catherine! Waiting for my internet to load things up. Okay. 20-year-old. Yeah. Says Alice is 20. Okay. The creator, really coolly. Did girl just have 0 character? Now, apparently, like, I don't think she was here. Because at the beginning of the game, it says like she's never been to Wonderland before. This is her first time going to Wonderland. But it really does feel like Alice is just not fully there, okay? And like, that's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes you have to acknowledge it. There you go. Yeah. And I think, like I said, a lot of Alice's, like, little misdemeanors have just usually been me like, ah, well, it's fine. Funny, even, that she says such a thing. And just moved on. But, like, this route is putting that on full front. I waste no time writing. Being this ditzy has some implications I'm not nearly awake enough for. Yeah. I waste no time running down the measurements of Alice's waist. Just a few more and I'll have everything I need to make her dress. When I turn back towards her, I see how red the tips of her ears are. She's just so darling, getting so flustered over getting her— Reese, how are you not mad at her? She burst in here. She ruined the surprise. Can you turn back around for me? I need to get your neck. My neck? Can I ask why? Is it weird that I need that? I guess it sounds a little strange. I want to put a higher collar on your dress. Getting a measurement for your neck will make sure it doesn't, you know, choke you. That's fair. Do you need me to move my hair out of the way? That would be splendid if you could. No, Alice, leave your hair there. She'll get a perfectly accurate measurement with your hair there. Right? I get up out of my chair as she grabs a hold of her ponytail. Yes, it was. I'm sorry, just the idea of like, a streamer of a good streamer I am following is streaming today. I'm just gonna go click on them. Oh, which streamer is it? It's the one I talked about how women are pretty. It's just a funny, like, I would love that title. This guy, the streamer who talks about how women are pretty and rants about random things occasionally. With the two of us being so up close and personal, I look down at her exposed neck. So pretty. I'd love to make her lace choker. I think she'd wear one well. Reese, you can make me a choker. In the VTubing scene, that doesn't hurt it down, though. It really doesn't, though. VTubers be wild, okay? I think she'd wear one so well. Of course, then I could make her matching the Lolita dress. Oh, the possibilities are endless. What kind of headdress would look best on her? Maybe none at all? Curly blonde is a lovely canvas for a lot of different styles. What are you doing? I thought we were gonna measure my neck. Oh, right, sorry. I should hurry up so I can let her go. It's been a long time since I've had a model to work with, and I can't help but let my creative juices flow. Maybe I can have a brainstorming session with her after the coronation. Though I bring it up because I can see Reese being weirdly okay with things because, well, she's cute, so. Yeah, Reese does feel like well, she's cute. Hell, we get a POV scene after the whole refusing to take the bags. Where Reese is just like, I might have bought a little too much. You know, I can't blame Alice. Like, but she doesn't even bring up the fact Alice just left her there. She's just like, alright, chill. I'm like, girl, I'd be so pissed off if someone was just like, oh no, you can carry all those bags by yourself. Like, what? And now we're back to her. Hello. But what just happened? Did we... Huh? I'm back home? That's weird. Oh, I see you're awake. Reese is clearly two lesbians to be thinking. She is. Most likely. Yeah? What happened? You fell asleep at the table, silly. Really, Alice? Are you getting enough sleep lately? I'm trying, but, you know, school. I understand completely. Here, to wake you up. She hands me a steaming mug. I try to smell what's inside, but I find that I can't. What is this? Some chai. I made it this morning. Oh, okay. Good morning, sleepyhead. I see Lorraine gave you her chai. You shouldn't drink that. It's super gross. No, it's not. Here, I made some sweet tea yesterday. You should have that instead. Wait. Ignoring me, she takes a pitcher out of the fridge and pours me a glass. When it's full to the brim, she hands it to me, and I hold it in my free hand. Oh, fun fact. My mother likes sweet tea. I don't, which is weird. But I like tea. I like herbal fruit teas most. And part of that reason is I don't drinking of caffeine makes the drinks assert dominance. That'd be an interesting flavor combo. Wonder how well it'd work. No, that stuff is too sweet. She's going to crash off the sugar. If you want something sweet, you can have this fruity tea. Suddenly another mug is thrown. Is she having a nightmare about tea? Guys. No, take this one, Alice. Without warning, my sisters began handing me various glasses full of different teas. Oh my god. I can't hold all of these, guys. Stop. Finally, overwhelmed, the cups in my hands begin to spill onto my clothes. Shit. My body jolts awake. Oh good, it was just a dream. I love how the first two nightmare scenes with Lulu and Wendy were... I know a few guys would love to dream. Oh my god. But the first two nightmare scenes, she dreamed about her sisters not being able to hear her. And then for Skylar's dream, the little dormouse, she dreamed that she couldn't find anyone. Like, she couldn't find her sister, her sisters at all, or Skylar, or any of the Wonderland characters. And for this nightmare, it's just... Yeah, what if people started handing me tea? Like, girl, the other three at least makes sense why you'd start crying after them. Seriously. I've been drinking too much tea lately. I even imagine my sister's drinking it. Yes. As I try to lay back down, I notice my hand shaking. I guess I'm more shaken up than I thought. I'll get a glass of water and go to bed. I guess this is funny and just intriguing to me. Because clearly. But also so intriguing to me because I am a massive overthinker and a massive daydreamer. And I've had literal dreams where I've gotten shot and like woken up and like had that phantom feeling of where that bullet was. So like dreams where it's like, I was handed too much tea. It's so scary. It's just like, girl, what? To me. I think everything about Alice is just, girl, what? I'll get a glass of water and go to bed. Oh, do we get an excuse? I swing my feet off the couch and stand up. I am functionally dead while asleep. I never remember my dream. That's interesting. I would love to not remember my dreams, because some of them just be insane. I mean, literally, my dream last night, I began at a party. And at this party, I don't even go to parties. Well, I guess I wasn't technically playing myself. I was playing a girl named Esme. And Esme, she was talking with her friends. I believe it was her birthday party. And she was having a blast. And one of her friends bought her brother with them. And her brother is, like, really handsome. And so Esme's like, oh, damn. So Esme and him talk, exchange phone numbers. They start dating. Mance is a serial killer. That was my dream. Like, Esme slowly realizing, well, shit. Half my stories are based on dreams I've had. Same, though. Good chunk of them are definitely based off of, like, yes. Also, I blame Mom for having that dream, since she's been listening to a lot of true crime recently. It's like, well, it seeped into my dreams. It did end pretty cool, though. Because after figuring out he was... Also, I feel like it's... Yeah, well... Please don't. I'm scared of what it could mean. But I did like how it ended, because she realized, like, he was clearly manipulating her, and she plays along with it so well that he thinks nothing of it, and, like, allows her to go into a group of people. And she doesn't immediately call it to this group of people, because she's like, well, he's manipulated me so much now that I don't trust this group of people, because they were on a yacht. But she did spike his drink. And so he was out of it. And at this time, this detective woman, who had also been manipulated by this guy, shows up, and she pretends to accidentally spill a drink on him. And it's like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, I'm so clumsy. And she walks away. And this other woman, who also was manipulated by this guy, no, she wasn't manipulated, her sister was. And she never saw her sister again, so she doesn't trust this guy at all. Is like, oh, I'm gonna light the candle over there. Because I don't remember why. It's a dream. Some of the stuff doesn't make sense. But she accidentally tosses it on the guy. It turns out the drink that was spilled was gasoline. My man's was on fire now. And all three women just stare at him as he tries to run into the pool. Just like, yep. And then they just walked away, and that was the end of the dream. Yeah, they were like, oh, hell no, is this man living? Because the thing is, they did try to go to the police. You get flashbacks of, like, them going to the police. And the police never believed them. For the girl whose sister was gone, they just simply told her maybe she eloped. Maybe she just ran off. Sounds like a sad version Tears Don't Fall video. Bullet. Valentine. I'm writing that down, because if that's the case, that seems cool as hell. I have no idea. But I did like that ending, because it felt a lot better than them, just like, he got arrested by the police. Haha. Because he was the worst. Because the dream had, like, 3 different point of views. Not one for one, but like some cool to see the similarities. But yeah, you had 3 point of views. You had the woman whose sister was... You don't ever find her body, but it's kind of implied that she was murdered by this guy. And then you have the detective who's manipulated, but but things start to fall through the cracks. And then you have Esme. And so you actively see Esme getting manipulated and slowly losing her group of friends and slowly being isolated. Because that's why he took her on this yacht. To isolate her even more. And then the other 2 women slowly figuring out who she is and wanting to save her. And just it culminates in all 3 of them. Mind you, all 3 of them do not know each other. Do not know their relation to this man whatsoever. And still end up pulling off badass scene. Not knowing one another. Because the detective was going to light him on fire, but Ava, I believe was her name, got there first. It was so interesting. That was good with it. Our girls got their revenge. I swing off my feet swing my feet off the couch and stand up. However, as I approach the kitchen, I find a familiar face in the kitchen. Reese? Her nightgown is so cute. She freezes in the middle of pouring herself a cup of tea. How many tea do you need, woman? Alice? I swear she offers a glass of tea. I didn't know you were awake. I could say the same about you. Oh, I haven't gone to sleep yet. I've actually been sewing this all time. This is pretty accurate. Do you want a cup of tea? I was just about to make some. Here, you can have this one. She holds out a steaming mug in my direction. It's just like in my dream. It's destiny. I grab the warm mug in my hands and take in its fragrance. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Huh? What makes you say that? Darling, you're Have you ever had so much tea that you just start crying? Alice, I'm gonna murder you. Reese, would you like some tea? Alice, please no. Like, really? Alice, just say no. But also, why are you crying? Oh god. Poor Reese. Like, Reese has been shown, like, if you say, hey, no, I don't really want tea, that she'll back off. So, why are you... Huh? I touch a hand to my cheek and find it wet. Ah. I didn't even notice. I accidentally, like, put my head down and I thought I accidentally muted my mic with it. I was like, oh wait. Sure is the character of all time, for real. And every like, the other route, she seems more, like, fleshed out, more has her own personality. But also not too much so the player can, you know, keep up. But this route, man. I didn't even notice. What's wrong? You can talk to me about anything, you know. I know, but I wouldn't want to bother Reese. Maybe I could tell her. I had a nightmare everyone was handing me tea. Thank you. If you said this I would understand. This is confusing. Oh wait, I thought I spilled the tea. I don't know if that's worse. You remember in Wendy's route? Where they were like, why are you crying? And, yeah. And she was like, one of the options was, I'm thirsty. And Lulu's route, it was, I'm hungry. And Skylar's route, it was, I'm sleepy. Oh my god. But it's just funny that this one is, I thought I spilled the tea. You know, everyone cries when that happens. Like if you cry every time. Oh my god. I'm just shaken up from my dream. Let's not tell her about it, please. I just had a nightmare, actually. You know, tea. Oh no, that's no fun. Do you mind me asking what it was about? You don't. Don't tell her. Do not tell the tea-loving person what it was about. It was a silly dream, really. One of those ones that are scary in the moment, you know. For sure. Yes, I understand. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Thankfully, it was just a dream. It's over now. You don't have to worry about it. I wiped the tears away from my eyes. Thanks for the tea, though. I feel much better now. Were you drinking it? Alice, don't drink it. Like, it's not laced with anything, but you shouldn't... What could possibly go wrong from telling her the full details? Really? You know, the Mad Hatter. What could go wrong? Honestly, I'd be so happy if Reese just slapped Alice for... At this point. With how rude Alice has been. Thanks for tea, though. That's good to hear. I should get back to sleep now. I imagine it's pretty late. Not at all. Would never imagine that it's kinda late or anything. As I turn around to leave, Reese gently grabs onto my arm. You know, I'd feel awful making you go back to sleep on the couch. It's okay, I'm used to it by now. It hardly seems fair though. You deserve much better than that. You deserve much better. If you'd like, how about sleeping in my bed tonight? Her bed's pretty big. Like, together? My face burns up. Yes, although I'll probably be a little longer, so you'll have it to yourself for a while. I think back to Reese's bed. It looks super comfortable, and it's been a while since I've actually slept on a bed. I mean, if you're offering. Perfect! Go on in. I just need to wash up our cups first, and I'll be right in. I walk into her bedroom and leave the door cracked behind me. Reese knows exactly what she said. Yeah, Reese is like, look, she won't make the move, so I will. There's the bed. I can already hear it calling to me. Which side should I sleep on? What if she has a preference? She's sewing right now, right? I guess I can sleep on the far side so she doesn't have to walk around the bed. Making up my mind, I crawl over the sheet and bury myself underneath the covers. That feels good. Suddenly, Reese walks in the door and giggles. Well, that sure was a noise. Reese! Comfortable, darling? No, you weren't supposed to hear that. This is super embarrassing. You've said that many times now. It's fine. Get as comfortable as you need and go back to sleep, okay? Okay. I close my eyes and turn away from... We are not getting a sad backstory? Every time I finally get settled, the sound of Reese's scissors jolt me back awake. Hey, Reese? Yes? As nice as it was to offer your bed, I don't think I can sleep through you working. Oh, sorry. I didn't really think of that. It's okay. I'll just go back out. No, I don't want you to sleep out there. It's plenty late. Oh. Skip too fast. It's plenty late, so I'll just go to bed with you. Wait, with me? She turns off the lamp and crawls into bed with me before I can protest and wraps her arms around. Reese said we are cuddling and you don't get a choice. Around me from behind. Like, really, Alice? Alice, man. Alice, you were staying in this bed, goddammit. See? It's nice and dark. It's nice and dark, too. Yeah. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for this. I feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. Maybe if we talk for a bit, I can calm down. Alice. How did you not get this? Right. Alice is over here like, she's sleeping with me? It's like, yes, you had this conversation 2 seconds ago. What are you talking about? Even in game time, it would have only been like 5 minutes ago. Alice. Reese, can I ask you a question? Oh, we are getting side backstory. Okay. Of course, go ahead. What got you into sewing? I can tell you love it a lot, and you obviously put a lot of time into it. I mean, you have your own shop and everything. Let's see. I've been sewing since I was pretty young, but I mostly did it as a hobby. Every time this screen shows up, man, I'm not emotionally prepared. Not with my favorite character. Well, favorite character for now. Catherine might just take that, but you know, favorite character for now. I picked up the skill from my father since he would teach me how to decorate hats. Actually, how are you going to make something? Right! However, the moment I figured out how to use a needle and thread, all I wanted to do was make myself clothing. That's how you make it sad. However, whenever he wasn't showing me how to make hats, he went out to parties by himself. I always wanted to go with him, so I thought if I made myself the perfect outfit, he would take me with him. What do you think, Dad? It looks wonderful, dear. Now don't... Now don't cause any trouble while I'm gone, okay? Take care of the shop. That was when I was 16, I think? He left for one of his parties and never came back home. That's when I decided I wanted to become a seamstress since I wanted to keep the family business alive. Okay, I admire her. Oh, hell. I'm so sick. Dude. All of them. This game should be renamed to Wonderland, home of the deadbeat dads, because every single one of their dads till now has been like this. Wendy's dad left her to, you know, child labor at a young age and left her alone. Lulu's dad, very stubborn, that Lulu had to learn how to cook for herself, and then fucked off to nowhere. Skylar's dad was always sleeping a lot, and then one day he just never came home. And now Reese's dad just went to a party and just never came back. So welcome to Wonderland. Everyone's a deadbeat dad. I feel like the author, or like the creator of the VN, might slightly have something have happened with their father. Just slightly. So I just keep family business alive. Family business? That makes sense. I admire every single one of the characters, okay? Like, they moved on. But like Wendy, she stayed in the castle and she said, like, I hope I made my dad proud. So I feel bad for her in the sense of she stayed. And she's like almost in a way hoping he'll come back. For Lulu, she went off and made her own business. She, you know, got her friends. So she's moved on completely from her dad. No, not completely, but mostly from her dad. Skylar's also moved completely, or mostly from his dad. The only thing that's like worries him is how much he sleeps. All the things considered, Reese kind of got it easy compared to the other day. Figure her daddy should something that's channel. Yes. That's what I was gonna say. It's like hers is now like less harsh as the others. But it's just interesting because I feel like she and Wendy are in the same vein of still going through what their father's jobs were, in a sense. Because she's keeping the family business alive. Like, if my dad owned a business, and I am, you know, I help him out, I work a bit, and then my dad just disappears one day. Goes off to get the milk. And I'm just left there. I don't know if I take over that business. Because I feel like that just hurt. Of like, oh, we used to run this together type of thing. So I admire Reese for doing that. For still being able to be like, well, even though it hurts, this is my dream. This is my passion. So I admire her for that. Family business, that makes sense. Have you ever figured out where he went? Alice. No, but I don't let it get me down. It was a long time ago after all. I do miss him though. It's been nice living with Lulu. I never have to worry about getting lonely. It's nice she has people to still be around. Oh, I can't believe I've almost forgotten. Forgotten what? The coronation, tomorrow. Already? I thought you said it was at the end of the week. Yeah, but time has really escaped me lately. I've been busy sewing, remember? Right. So you're coming with me, right? Sure, I'll come. Suddenly, I let out a yawn. Sorry, I've probably been talking for too long. We should get to sleep. Don't worry about it. I'll always listen to you. Bullshit. I'll always listen to you. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. Hey, Knight, how you doing? You know, you were playing Alice Reverie. You seem to really enjoy the game. And then Reese's route, you seem to really hate Alice for some reason. Reese tightens her arms around me and I find myself drifting off to sleep, feeling comfortable in her presence. Oh. Reese. By the time I wake up, I find the space next to me empty. I guess Reese already woke up. She probably went to make tea. Suddenly, Reese bursts through the— oh, it's not. It's not. It's not her twist. I was wrong. Reese bursts through the door, box in hand. But she is so pretty! Good morning, Alice! It's time for you to put on your dress. Already? I thought the coronation was this evening. Also, why are you dressed like that already? Yeah, well, you looked so peaceful this morning, so I might have let you sleep in a bit. It's evening already? I don't know if letting me sleep in until evening is a bit. Shut up, Alice. I didn't sleep in until 5 today. I didn't do such a thing. Never. Oh no, we still have a few hours. I just wanted to make sure your dress fits you, okay? The one time Alice has a point. The one time, yes. She places the box on the bed in front of me. I was up late making sure it was perfect, but having your measurements really helped a lot. Thank you for that, by the way. You know what's really impressive? She makes this dress in every other playthrough, right? To give to Alice because it's her formal dress for the coronation. So she does this not knowing Alice's measurements all the other times. This is the one time she actually knows the measurements. So that's impressive as hell, Reese. That you were able to do that. Thanks for that, by the way. Oh yeah, no problem. I rub the sleep out of my eyes and as I grab the box. Once it's in my hands, I can sense Reese practically bouncing up and down in excitement. Go on, put it on. Unless you want me to help you put it on. Oh, Reese knows exactly what she's doing. That won't be necessary, thank you. I jump out of bed and begin to push Reese out the room. Okay, I'll give you some privacy. Call me in when you have it on, okay? I will. Jeez, when did she become so bold? She's always been bold? Actually, thank you. Actually, she's always been like that, hasn't she? Either way, I don't think my heart could take much more. I set down the box and take off the lid, pulling out the dress from within. Oh wow, it looks so pretty. I can't believe she really whipped this out so quickly. Excited, I make quick work of taking off my pajamas and putting on the new outfit. Once everything is in order, I step outside of the room. Oh my gosh, I knew it would look perfect on you. Thank you. It's super comfortable. Oh, I also included pockets for you. A dress with pockets? Reese, can I marry you? Screw Alice. You don't need Alice. Can I marry you? Just in case. Oh shoot, this thing has pockets? Like, now the entire evening is just gonna be like, oh, I really like your dress, Alice. Thanks, it has pockets. I immediately feel the material of the skirt until I find them. Nice. Well, now that you're ready, let's go. Already? Yes, I don't know if I could wait another minute. I'm so excited to show you. Oh. She grabs my wrist and drags me out the door. Wait, we're leaving without the others? They're taking too long, so yes. Let's go. By the time we reach the castle, I'm out of breath. Did we really have to run all the way here? Yes. Can't argue with that, I guess. Now come on, let's go inside. We're perfectly on time. It's sad how exciting pockets is. It is sad. Like, as much as it's joke about, it is sad as hell that like it having certain things having pockets is not normalized. Like, I get for certain dresses and certain like skirts that you wouldn't have pockets, but like for pants, pants should have pockets. What? Like, cause like a dress that comes to mind that couldn't have pockets is like mermaid dresses because they're tight to the person's skin, or like body. I believe it's called bodycon dresses. I don't remember. But like ones that are very tight to your skin, you wouldn't be able to have a pocket in them. But like flowy skirts? Flowy dresses? Why don't we have pockets? I demand our pockets. Give them. I say as if I'm a girl. I'm a guy, but I dabble with the feminine clothing. But it is sad. I saw this one video though of because I just remembered it, a wedding, and the caption was, a woman will always find time to tell you that her skirt has pockets in it, and the officiant was like, you may say your vows to the bride, and the bride looks at her soon-to-be husband, lifts up her hands, puts them in the pockets of her wedding dress and goes, my dress has pockets. I was like, That's... Oh my gosh. That's so cute, but at the same time, oh no. Something I think a lot of people like about my current art project is that every girl in it has an outfit with pockets except for someone who isn't from Modern Worlds. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Pockets are hype. Pockets are hype. Give me pockets. Cause like, okay. Yeah. Pockets should definitely be more normalized. So, my brain's now thinking like certain clothings that wouldn't have pockets, but certain that do have pockets. What do I do without pockets? Me neither, because I'll pick up random stuff and I'll just, you'd be like, let me put it in the pocket. I'm always bringing my purses along with me, and if I don't have my purse, I either have shorts on or I'm wearing a hoodie that has pockets. Does my hoodie has pockets. Because pockets are just essential. Anyway, back to the game. Now come on, let's go inside. We're perfectly on time. You walk into the throne room and see it's full of guests. Wow, Wonderland has more residents than I thought. Everyone is dressed so nicely. I look around the room to see some familiar faces as well. I hope that I get to say hello to everyone during the party. Hi, Wendy. Wendy walks up onto the platform next to the throne. Oh, is that Wendy? She looks so nice tonight. The crowd quiets down. Welcome, everybody, to the coronation of the official crowning of Princess Morgana. Cheers! Claps. I will always laugh at that. Always will. The residents of Wonderland seem excited for this event, do they? I feel a little out of place since I'm not from Wonderland originally. The crowning will take place later this evening, so until then, enjoy the party. Claps! Cheers! The crowd begins to disperse to do their own things. Good, now that that's over, I want to show you all the wonderful things about a big party like this. Oh, this is honestly such a big, fancy party, I'm a little overwhelmed. But maybe if Reese is with me. Right, thanks everybody. Alice has become a word upon itself. Hopefully not. I mean, the end of the route is almost near the end, so hopefully she doesn't fuck up within the last minute or so. But sleep well, Dino. Have a good sleep. Bye. Sounds like fun. I'd love to spend the evening with you, Reese. Just be gentle with me. This is my first time. I've been at such a big party. Of course, your enjoyment takes priority tonight, darling. Now come, darling, let's make this a night that you'll never forget. She holds out her arm and I grab a hold of it. Now, where would you like to go first? I've always done snacks because I've pursued the shy characters, so dance floor first. We're in a ballroom, so might as well do some dancing. Great! I thought you'd never ask. She grabs my arm and runs towards the crowd of people dancing. Wait, slow down! Without warning, she stops us in the middle of the dance floor. Ready? There's so many people staring at us right now. I don't really want to be the center of attention. I don't know. Hold on tight. Suddenly, I can feel my body being swung around. It takes everything I can to keep my balance and not get thrown to the floor. Has Reese always been this strong? She's throwing me around like it's no big deal. As Reese dips my body towards the floor, I repeatedly slap her forearm to try and get her attention. She looks down at my face in concern. Is something wrong, darling? Are you not having fun? Can you pull me up first? Of course. The speed she lifts me upright at makes my head spin momentarily. I think I'm done dancing. Already? Well, if you say so. With her hand placed at the small of my back, we walk off the dance floor together. Is there somewhere else you'd rather go instead? Snacks. I haven't really gotten to eat anything today, so I'd like to snack on something. To the refreshments table we go then. She's just so excited, man. We make our way over to the grand table with every square inch covered in various treats and drinks. There's so many options, but where do I even start? I pick up a small plate and begin cycling through my options. Maybe a sandwich? Or should I go straight for the desserts? Ugh. What kind of selection is this? They're not even offering tea! The most important thing? How dare they? They have a ton of different drinks available though. Just have something else for tonight. Oh no. Oh, Dino. Thank goodness you left. Alice has decided to Alice. Girl! Ain't no way you just said that to her. Ain't no way you just said that to her. There's plenty of punch, that's for sure, Alice. Oh no, I can't stand punch. It's too sweet for my palate. And before you suggest it, I'm not in the mood for champagne either. I guess you'll have water. If I don't have a choice... She pouts and begins to search the table for water. Okay, back to my snacks. Let me strangle her. I can't really decide what I want, so they'll have a sandwich and some dessert. Ooh, those cookies look good. Satisfied with my selection, I pick up my sandwich and walk towards Reese. I see you got your food. Uh-huh, I'm so hungry. I take a bite of my finger sandwich and let out a moan. Either I'm starved or this is the best finger sandwich I've ever had. Honestly, I don't know how you can bring yourself to eat any of this stuff. What's wrong with it? I've been so spoiled by Lulu's wonderful cooking. Aww, I don't know if I could eat anything else. That's fair, but I'm not feeling very picky right now. There you go. I quickly finish up my plate of treats and a servant comes by to pick up my empty plate. Feel better after you've had something to eat? Oh yeah, much better. Well, now that we've seen all that a snack table has to offer, where would you like to go next? Let's talk to someone. There's a few people I haven't seen in a while that I'd like to talk to, actually. Same here. In fact, here she comes now. What? Who could Reese be talking about? I turn my head around to look behind me and nearly jump. Morgana? Hell yeah, Reese's best friend's Morgana. Morgana? Oh, Morgana! Yoo-hoo! She aggressively flags down the woman and who looks less than enthused to see Reese. Reluctantly, seeing that Reese is waving doesn't stop, she comes over towards us. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I love this dynamic though. It's like Black Cat and Golden Retriever vibes for sure. I want to leave. I do not want to be here. I would like to be... Hello, Your Highness. Alice. Reese, how many times have I told you not to address me so casually? I am a princess. Well, don't be silly. We're friends, Morgana. We shouldn't need formalities when we're talking to each other. I've made so many clothes for you as well. I'd say we're quite close. No? Damn. Morgana says nothing, glances towards me as Reese continues to talk. However, no time to talk about dresses now. I want you to meet Alice. Oh, they've met. We've already met. Oh yeah, that's right. You played a game together earlier this week, right? What was it? Cricket? It was croquet. Right, croquette. No, that's the food, Reese. Anyway, poor Alice came home so sad that night. I'm making sure that she's never been sad again. Reese. No. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. I even made her this brand new dress. Doesn't she look absolutely enchanting in it? I've been chaperoning her all night to make sure no one tries to snatch her away. She lets out a hearty laugh. You've changed, Reese. Morgana! Like I said, Morgana's a wingman, man. I have? Slightly. And there she goes. Morgana! She cares about her friends, man. She just doesn't know how to show it. Huh. I wonder what she meant by that. No matter. I won't get too caught up in it. She's not even fazed by the fact Morgana literally just walked away. I wish I had that kind of mental fortitude. Now that our little chit-chat time is over, is there anything else you'd like to do? Well, your chit-chat time is over. I didn't get to talk to anybody. I think I'm fine, though, after that conversation. No thanks, I'm good. I think that's enough excitement for tonight. Honestly, I think I've exhausted the list of things I want to do. How about a dance then? I've been dying to have a proper one with you. What does she mean by a proper dance? I'm kind of scared. Huh. But this is Reese we're talking about. How dare you? Don't you dare. Let's do it. I don't see why not. As long as it's with you, it should be fun. Aw. Reese's eyes light up with excitement. She gently takes a hold of my hand. Then let's dance then, shall we? We begin to walk to the dance floor, and once we find an open spot, she grips my hand tighter and places a hand on my back. Here we go. I expect to be tossed around once more, but I find Reese leading me in a single direction instead. Suddenly, she lets go of my hand and changes direction. Wait, I recognize this. Are we doing a tango? Somewhat. Aww. I wanted to wow you with my dancing skills, but I want to make sure you're enjoying yourself as well. Thank you, Reese. That's really thoughtful of you. So, are you having fun? We change directions again, and she begins to pick up our pace slightly. I can feel a slight breeze going through my hair from the momentum, and I can't help but smile. Yes! Good, then you're ready. I want you to hold on to me tighter, darling. Oh no, not this again. My world suddenly flips, and I instinctively wrap a leg around Reese's waist. Give me more of a warning next time. I stare up into Reese's face directly above me. For a moment, the dancers around us seem to disappear, and I close my eyes. I love you a lot, you know that. No hesitation! Oh, Reese, you're so amazing. No hesitation. Just like, you know I love you, right? You're quite special to me, and the closest I've ever felt to someone. Aww. What? I look up to her, and she gives me a big smile. I've never seen her up close. How have I not noticed how pretty she was before? That was all from... Really? How pretty she is before. What about you? This is not what I was expecting. My face begins to flush, and I try to look away from her, not wanting her to see. Alice? But it feels right. Does it? I would not look away, Alice. That's a sign of rejection. I love you too. You're really something special, Reese. Good. Never change. With a giggle, she leans down further towards my face, and my eyes flutter shut. This is nice. Our lips stay locked until the sound of footsteps catches our attention. Looks like our dance is over, darling. Is it really? I could keep going forever. She giggles and lifts my body back up. I feel the same way, but really should join everyone in watching Morgana's crowning. You know, it's kind of important. Kind of why we're here. Oh yeah, that's right. We're at a coronation. Well, we should go then. Arms linked together, we walk away from the dance floor. Everyone gathers around the throne's platform, with Morgana and Wendy standing on top, Wendy holding a crown. Even though I try to focus on Morgana's speech, I can't help but stare at Reese instead. She's completely focused on the crowning. I guess it would make sense, since to her, Morgana is her friend. She must feel so proud. I touch my free hand on her arm and lean my head on her shoulder. Personally, I can't wait for this to be over so we can be alone together again. You weren't really alone, but okay. Reese! Look how pretty he is. I feel Alice's head on my shoulder, and I turn my head towards her. She looks back at me, and I feel the adoration, I can speak, radiating from her eyes. I can't help myself if you're going to be so adorable. I let go of her and instead wrap my arms around her from behind. Oh, Alice, I feel so lucky to have someone to love like you. Every day since you've shown up has been the best I've ever had, and I knew you were the one. Reese, I think you're a Delulu with this. I think you're very Delulu. But you know what? Alright. Fine. Be Delulu, it's fine. Not caring if anyone sees, I give her a quick peck on the back of her head. I know not a lot of people actually like me, so I'm glad out of everyone I know, you are the one who genuinely does. Honestly, Reese, I think the reason you like her so much is your options are limited. Skylar, they don't really... Yeah, they're... love isn't a word right now for them. And then you did date Lulu, but then the two of you broke up because you just have different personalities. So there's not much in your pool. So I guess Alice being here is like, new person. Now we're back to her. What you want? After Morgana finishes her speech, everyone in the crowd clapped. She makes her way off the stage, Wendy following closely behind her. Some of the crowd goes up to speak with Morgana, others begin to leave the throne room. We should probably wait here until some of the crowd clears out. While I'm thinking of what to do, Morgana comes up to me. Not so fast, Alice. Oh! Hello, Your Majesty, for the second time this night. Is something the matter? I have some news for you. I think you will find it particularly good. And what would that be? Good news? For Morgana? I'm almost scared. I'm not. During the time of this event, the key you've been waiting for has finally been made. You can go home now. Tonight, even, if you do so wish. You mean I can go home? That's what I said, yes. Thank you so much, Your Majesty. I hold out my hands and Morgana drops the key in them. I can go home and see my sisters. This is exciting, isn't it? All I have to do now is put the key in the transfer room door and it should take you home. Please take Reese with you, as I will need you to return the key before you leave. It is property of Wonderland, after all. Of course, Your Majesty. As Reese and I head to the transfer room, my feelings of excitement slowly become replaced with dread. Is this the last time ever going to see Reese? Right after we've gotten together, too. Alice, hello, we're here. Oh, right. I raise the hand that holds the key and stare at it for a moment. Is something wrong, darling? You seem distracted. Yeah. Tears begin to form my eyes. Leaving Wonderland means I'll never get to see you again, right? I don't want that. I'm gonna miss you so much. And after all that happened tonight, I look up to Reese and find her sobbing as well. I'm glad you said something. I feel the same way, but I didn't want to take away your opportunity to meet with your family. You're the only person who cares about me like this. I can't just let you... Reese, I care about you. You don't need Alice. What do I do then? Suddenly her tears stop. I have an idea. Why don't I go with you? Are you sure? Don't you have a shop here? Won't Lulu and Skylar miss you? They'll probably miss me, but I imagine they'll get over it in time. As for my shop, I could just open a new one. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Would do anything to be with you, darling. Oh, Reese, no, baby. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. Well, let's get a move on then. We wouldn't want to keep your sisters waiting. I wipe the tears out of my eyes. You're right. We nod our heads together and I unlock the door. A bright light emanates from inside, and Reese takes the key from my hand and tosses it onto the ground. We lace our fingers together and walk through the door together, hand in hand. I wake up on the sidewalk with my sister standing over me. Are you okay, Alice? Yeah. My body jolts upright as I notice something out of place. Where's Reese? Oh. Suddenly, a familiar scream comes barreling down the street. Alice! Oh. The weight of the impact nearly knocks me over as she embraces me. Alice, Alice, we made it! Who is this? Alice, do you know her? No, I don't. No, she does. Oh, sorry, where are my manners? She lets go of me and grabs Edith's hand and begins to shake it vigorously. My name is Reese, Master Seamstress and Alice's dearly beloved. Both my sisters give me a questioning look. I can explain. Can you? I see she decided to leave with Alice. Out of anyone who could patch over Reese's rough spots, of course, it would be you, Alice. What rough spots? The only rough spots I saw were Alice! Oh! Oh, I can skip the credits? Oh, I didn't know that. stretch out my arms and close my laptop. Finally done. Time for a snack break. I come in the door, Edith knocks into me as she runs past. Alice, I love you, but you've chosen an interesting one. Huh, I wonder what she means by that. Uh-oh. Oh, it's her. Oh, the outfit in her room. This is the outfit in her room. So it becomes her modern outfit. That's so cool. I find Lorraine and Reese sitting down at the kitchen table, locked in conversation. Lorraine spots me and sends me a plea for help with her eyes. I see. Reese is at it again. Alice, are you done? Come sit down and have some tea. Well, don't mind if I do. When I take a seat beside Reese, Lorraine immediately stands up. Well, Reese, I'm having a wonderful time right now, but I just remembered something I have to do. Oh, that's a shame. I'll talk to you later. Once Lorraine turns the corner, I pull my chair closer to Reese and lean onto her arm. How have they been treating you? I think we're getting along just fine, which is perfect. They're your family, and I want to make sure they like me just as much as you. I'm sure they will. Just give them some more time. If you say so, darling, I'll wait as long as I need to. Aww. And now we go to the bonus story. Extra. Bonus scenes. Reese. Lolita party. I look over at my bedroom as Reese opens the door and steps out holding multiple Lolita dresses in her hands. Oh, this should get interesting. I look over at Lorraine and Edith sitting next to me. Edith's eyes widen the closer Reese gets to the three of us. Reese stops in front of us, smiling excitedly. I made you 3 dresses. I thought we could get dressed and go out for tea together today. That's really sweet, but I know there's one problem with this idea. Edith jumps from the couch with a crazed look in her face. Here we go. No, 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 no dresses. After saying that, she pulls Lorraine from the couch and pushes her in Reese's direction before running to the front door and escaping. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Reese pouts as she looks at the front door. Don't worry, Reese. I think that sounds like fun. That sounds like a date to me. I love the dresses you made us. It would be a shame not to wear them. Reese cheers up and hands us our dresses. We leave to go get changed in our bedrooms. I hope Reese isn't hurt because of Edith. Can't be helped that she's just always hated dresses. That was it? What? Huh? Okay then. I wonder, I really hope the rest of Reese's endings are better, cause that made me feel unsatisfied, honestly. Like, it's their bonus scene. It should be a little bit more to it. Like, Lulu's bonus scene is her opening her cafe. Wendy's bonus scene is her arguing with Alice. Not really arguing, but having a discussion with Alice over cleaning when it's not her time, not her job to do on the chore list. And Skylar is Alice trying to take do a test, and Skylar trying to convince her, bed? I want cuddles. Bed. That just felt so short. And like, I get these are short, but that felt super shorter than all the others. Did not like it. Love Reese. Don't like the root. Let me see the gallery. Let me see Skylar's. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because this Skylar has an extra scene. Like, CGI. And then I'm pretty sure Wendy does too. Oh no, Wendy doesn't. Okay. So Wendy doesn't. Lulu does. pretty sure. Yeah. So how come... I guess that... I don't know, it just feels off. It just feels off. Doesn't make me feel good. That makes me sad, since I really like Reese. Oh, I need to look at... Wendy, what does she think of Reese? She has cute ears. Reese thinks she has cute ears. Lulu. Her tail is so cute. Skylar doesn't like my parties. Fair enough. And the Reese. Lulu. We used to date. Skylar. Very, very annoying. Wendy. I bet she's busy a lot. All good to know. Does Lulu say anything about Reese? Hold on. Forgot. Oh, that, yeah. Well, I guess that was it. I don't feel fulfilled. Like, usually when I'm done a route, I'm like super tired, but I'm like, oh, that was happy though. But I do not feel fulfilled with that route. At least we learned some lore things, like Reese is being friends with Morgana, and Reese also having knowledge about the key. I guess that's it. No, not what the one I wanted. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whenever. Either we're watching a VOD, but like currently live. I hope you have a wonderful night. But I guess that's it. See you guys on the 15th. I am too. Good night, Bun. Bye-bye. Thank you. Good night.